Can you hear me now? Is it better? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? This is the URT. You are the URT. Big up the URT. Smash a like for the URT. Subscribe to the URT. But. City got absolute slam today, people. Manchester United 2. Man City zilch. And it could have been 5. It could have been 5. You cheating bastards. It could have been 5. It could have been 5. It could have been 6. You cheating bastards. It could have been 6. You know it, people. You know it. You know it. I'm not muted. Stop it. Sol, stop it. Stop the lies. Get in there, people. Get in there. Get in there. Mike Somerby, Francis Lee, the other Somerby, Nicky Weaver, Noel Gallagher, Liam Gallagher. All of you blue noses, you got smashed today. You got smashed today. You got smashed today. We hit the post. We hit the bar. 3 goals disallowed. I don't know in this world what the Cunha, the Mason Mango, why that was disallowed. I don't know why that was not offside. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. Big up to Khalid Ramadan Lassie, Chief Editor United Real Therapy. People, make sure you follow him on X at Khalid Ramadan Lassie. Make sure you follow him. Martinez says, we know we've suffered during the season, but the only way showing face and showing who we are. And they certainly did that today. Manchester United, we said play compact. We talked about it on here. Football ain't that complicated. Don't try to complicate it. In football, you do the simple things. The hardest thing to do in football is to do the simple things. And Manchester United got the simple things spot on today. We even did a rondo on City. Twice in the corners, we did a rondo where they were chasing shadows. It wasn't like Ollie. People are like, it's like Ollie. No, it wasn't. Ollie was Manchester United defending in their own area for days and days, it feels like, when watching the game. Today wasn't like that. We attacked. We were the better team by an absolute mile. They had 1 shot, 1 or 2 shots. We had about how many? 6 or 7 shots on goal. Behave yourself. Behave yourselves. It was not like Ollie. It was nothing like Ollie. Nothing like Ollie. We dominated that game. They had the ball tick-tacker in their own half. And when they tried to come push us back, we won the ball back aggressively. We went at their heart. We went to goal. We were so direct. We were so direct, people. Put some respect today. It wasn't like it was Ollie. Ollie, we used to be backed against the wall, defending like dogs, and we used to get 1 breakaway. Today, it could have been, that's what I'm saying to you. It could have been 5. It could have been 5. Cheating bastard. It could have been 5.
Come on.
Saved me. Far saved them. It was not like it was under Ollie. It wasn't. Today was domination. Domination by United. And the people are making it, they had a tough away game at Newcastle. Have you seen their fucking squad? Have you seen their squad? Have you seen Manchester City's squad?
Do you know what I mean?
They came there today. They thought it was an easy walk, breeze like it was last season. 3-0, and we'll just go and do what we do. No. No. Today you come against the Manchester United team that wanted to fight. I said it. I keep talking about it in the match preview. I said we need to play compact and we need to make it a fight. And that's what we did. We fought. And I said to you, don't expose the weak links in our team. Don't expose Maguire. Don't expose people like Casemiro. Don't expose anybody. Everybody plays tight, close spaces together. Everybody looks good because everybody can move as a team. We defend as a team. We attack as a team. We do a mid-block as a team. We do a low block as a team. We do a high press as a team. I talked about it again and again and again, and Michael Carrick got it spot on. Eski, Talk to me. I was in the stadium. I lost my voice. First day out properly since I've been ill. Talk to me. How did you see that?
Bro, it's just, do you know what it is, yeah? Just a big slap in the face to everyone who said you can't play four at the back. Kobe Mainoo's not good enough. All this stupidness, Bruno Fernandes, this and that, yeah. Just everyone just needs to relax, yeah. It's not hard what you did, yeah. Even at times you could see it, like the shape on the pitch was a 4-4-2 at times. You could see it, and then obviously at later stages of the game we did go to a 3 at the back when we were 2-0 up, and he just saw the game out like that, yeah. Michael Carrick has just bossed Pep Guardiola. I don't think people understand how difficult that is for him to do. I don't think they had many shots in the second half. What did they have, like 2 or 3 max? And that was really late on. Joey Ryan just putting some balls in at the end. So for me, this is what we've been screaming about. I've not been Amarim's biggest fan. You know, I've been saying, you know, he's not good enough. I wouldn't have sacked him, obviously, you know that. But like this is what all the most United fans, when you look at the squad, we all agree that we should be doing better than what we are with the squad, and the formation doesn't really suit what we were trying to do with my man before. But today, man, you couldn't fault anyone in it. Like everyone's getting, you know, like really excited about the game. I just think everyone's saying Delo just took the piss with a couple passes. Defensively, he was better in the second half. I think everyone was good in the second half, to be fair. I think Martinez being back is just so crucial. The amount of crucial blocks he made, you know, I think when a couple passes went awry in our defensive third, he was there to block. Heaven come on made crucial blocks as well. I think Dorgu for me, like I'm gonna, you know, I know you've not asked me, but I'm gonna say Dorgu man of the match for me. I know Bruno played well and this and that. I mean, Donnarumma's probably their man of the match, but for me, I think Patrick Dorgu today just did not stop running at all. Do you know what I mean? Like I think Dejoy was still a bit out with him with United fans, but I think today he just smashed it. I think Michael Carrick, whatever he's done to these players to get them playing at that standard was really good. And I know everyone's gonna say it's one game and stuff, but there's so much fucking data and sample size that you can see when United go 1-0 up under the previous manager. We don't look comfortable. We don't look good. How on earth did we go 1-0 up today and look like the better team and look better? And then we did score 2, and it could have been 4-5, like you're saying. So whatever Michael Carrick's done, carry on doing that, mate, and we're fucking having you. So that's it for me, man. Like sick game. I'm still buzzing. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think today tactically you can talk about it, whatever. But I think we saw the basics there today, and this is a good, you know, stepping stone where we can just kick on. Arsenal are going to be looking at us today and they're like, yo, we kind of don't want to fuck with that was going on there. Look, they've just drawn. Loads of teams are looking at us like, you know, that was serious. Liverpool drew today. Not many teams would want to play us after this performance. It is one game, but if we're talking about one game, which we're here to analyse, no team wants to play us after that today. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, man, shout out Michael Carrick. Unbeaten as Man United manager still. 3 wins, 1 draw.
Big up Irfan. Listen, I was there. Got out of bed this morning. And you know what? I was like, all right, I'll go and check it out. I went there with 0 expectations. I went there just to see people, because there's some people that last time I was at the stadium, in that time we had Amarim, and then we had what's his name? We had 2. So some people, I saw them last year and we had so many different managers in between. 0 expectations. Players come out. I just saw the lineup and everybody was moaning about the lineup, and I was actually saying, you know what? I even would have gone more like set up to play compact football. Listen, City were lucky today. On another day, it could have been 5 or 6. They had 1 shot. It wasn't like it was under Ollie. Under Ollie, it was all backs against the wall, us defending in our 6-yard. Today, we defended in a middle block, but compact. We defended low block at times, compact. We pressed them high up the pitch and won the ball back, all compact. Man City came there, they thought it was an easy game. Some boy called Jerky from Lyon in France was like, we're going to kill them. We're going to kill them, he said.
He got killed today, fuck him.
He got killed. Jerky, it was like defensive Jerky. He's like, let's talk in more action, my friend. Welcome to Manchester, my friend. That was your first derby, and you saw what could happen in that stadium. That stadium, when fans see you're fighting, you're being aggressive, you're using physicality, you're fighting for every ball, the fans will be up, because we've been starved of that type of football. But you watched it, I'm guessing. You watched the whole 90 minutes on Sky.
I've had a crazy few days. You ain't gonna believe this. I wasn't supposed to watch the game. Yesterday, I was driving to Italy, to Parma, right? My car broke down 30 minutes before Dover. Okay, I had to wait 7 hours for the RAC to come. They come fix the van. I had to get drive back. Luckily, I was gonna wait to get towed back for 5 hours, but I didn't get home till late. You know, they managed to say, listen, don't switch the engine off. You can drive it back. That was it. Because I was meant to be en route to Dijon and then to Parma, and then I was going to miss the game, thinking we were going to get beat or whatever. So okay, let's see what Carrick does. But my goodness me, did I have the shock of my life watching that game? I won't lie. I just couldn't believe what I was watching. Tell you the truth, we have been watching so much heart attack, heart failure, joke football, with joke decision making, and so much. And like I said to you guys, you know, we're in this really mad conundrum because obviously you're always complaining about get the bastard owners out, get these scumbags out, and then the problem is,
don't worry, man. I'm still scumbags out. We
yes,
don't lose
of course, Nuruddin. But here's the dilemma, and it's the natural human dilemma. If your team keeps losing, they're gonna go. But if your team keeps winning, they ain't gonna go. Do you understand? So I'm always watching and thinking, you know, what's gonna happen here? So I always say, let's analyze on the show the decision making on the pitch with what we got, even though we got these fuckers. And I could not believe what I saw today because I was happy that Carrick got over Ole because I think he's just got a better football brain. He has got a better football brain. But when I looked at the setup and I was like, okay, so no Cunha, no Sesko, Dorgu on the left. Okay. You know, I expected him to play Casemiro and Kobe, right? You know, obviously I knew it wasn't going to change Mazraoui with what's he called, Gallo. I knew that wasn't going to change, but I wasn't sure about where Mbeumo and Ahmad were going to play. You know, I thought who's going to play on that right hand side? Who's going to play? But playing Mbeumo in the 9 or the roaming false 9, etc. And then Ahmad, it was a fucking masterclass decision. It was so clever. And then if you watch our tactics of like, it was a mid block, low block, everybody here. It was like watching the Roman gladiators move together, move at the same time, cut the spaces out. I don't think I've ever seen Pep get outmaneuvered tactically like that for a long, long time. I admit, okay, let's be honest, it wasn't their best team. But we didn't give them a sniff. And I
don't care, fun. You know what? Whatever their team, their squad is magnificent. I don't care.
It's incredible.
I don't care. And we don't care. They came there today with their full squad and they got busted.
Yeah,
they got busted.
I know, but I obviously, look, their offense still, that offense, that front five is still one of the best front fives in the world, right? But they didn't get a sniff. They did not get a sniff. So the question is, obviously, Carrick and his team in a few days' time, that is what you call masterclass of tactician, of tactical football. But it's also the bounce, we talk about new manager bounce, where they actually, because you have to ask yourself, how come he managed to do this? And let's just say Ollie or another coach, I don't think they got it. So I don't know what Carrick did to them to motivate, because I thought these guys had taken boosters. I thought like, the fact that they had that much intensity, calmness when calmness needed, all the way through, Nuruddin, 3 disallowed goals. And they're very, very minute decisions. You know, hit the cross.
Goal,
I don't know how the hell.
That Cunha, the Mason Mount Cunha set up goal.
Yeah,
that's not offside. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, never offside. Never offside.
But wasn't offside.
But Nuruddin, the fact that we're still making chances in 90 minutes, 91 minutes, 92 is insane. I don't think like I said, I put on my Facebook, I haven't seen the Reds batter the Blues since the Fergie era like this. I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. And I can't remember it. Maybe it's happened. I just couldn't remember it. On my Facebook, all the old Liverpool fans, all the old boys are getting on there. But, I mean, I was just like, maybe this was meant to be that I was meant to break down, not get to Parma, Italy this weekend. I was meant to watch this game because still today, I'm still watching now. And before you came in, I was just looking at tactics and thinking, I wonder what the word on the street is. And those, no disrespect to Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes, but they need a little slap for the shit they gave Lissandro.
Because he shut them up. He silenced them.
Lissandro gave them a slap because Lissandro had Haaland in his pocket and Foden subbed off halftime. So you boys need to shut
Kobe Mainu had Foden in his pocket. Foden couldn't get anywhere in that first half.
Look how calm Kobe was on the ball. Look how calm he was in tight situations. Look, I mean, you know, I was always hating on Bruno because I just watched the football and I couldn't understand what is in your brain. What are you seeing with your style of play? How are you going to win these games? What do you see? And I'm like, you must have such an unbelievably massive ego to think you're like some special pep type manager that you ain't going to change. I couldn't understand it. When I told you, I keep going back to the loss against Spurs in Europa League, I'm like, guy, you are so messed up in your brain, and your coaches who are obviously yes men that you don't know, you don't understand English football, right? And with it, I had to endure so much pain watching this man. I mean, like people are saying to me, how the hell is that the same? I mean, even on my Insta today, people asking me, is that the same Man United? I said, listen, guys, I don't know what to say. I know it wasn't the players. Obviously, the players can have slack days, but they need guidance. They need people who know what they're doing, and they need correct decision making on the pitch. And we got it from start to finish. I mean, the only person look, the only controversy that the City fans are giving me is like Dalot should have been sent off for that foul, right? But apart from that, I can't think of anywhere else. I'm playing Dorgu on the left as a winger. I mean, I don't know what to say. And the fact that Ahmad and Dorgu come back to help left and right back and defend to squeeze the play, they had no answer. They didn't know what to do. You saw Pep. Pep just gave up and said, listen, better team. Absolutely better team. So we should all hug and rejoice because we've had to suffer so much to have days like this. Days like this have been so rare in our life, in the last 10 years. I don't know what to say. So big shout to everyone, every fan who's suffered watching this United team. It's big respect to all you for staying there and enjoy this day as much as you can. Watch this game as many times as you want because you will see pure history of Man United in full flow in front of your faces. And this is what we should be. This is what I used to see when I used to see Fergie in his pomp with Kanchelskis, with all these players we used to have, the Berbatovs, the Rooneys, the Ronaldo. This is what I used to see, and this is what we need. Now, I'm not going to get carried away because I know one thing about this Man United team. It can occasionally raise its game against the top boys. It can. But can it do that again? Can it do that again and again against the small teams, right? I don't know, Nuruddin. But listen, I don't want to go on too much. I just want to say to all the fans, rejoice, feel good, and enjoy this victory because I haven't seen City get slapped like that for a long time by Man United. I'm still dazed thinking about it, Nuruddin. And I saw your reaction straight away, and then I thought, let me go and check everybody else's out, the fans. And I don't just check people out. I check people out I wouldn't normally check just to see how the word on the street is, even other supporters. But that was just incredible. And like I said, you know, when you talk about his backroom stuff and who he was, I was thinking, what's Michael Carrick's football brain? Like, is he really like? But he seems in such a short space of time, Nuruddin, like you said, compact. And you know what, Nuruddin? I've got a question for you, right? Was it because I couldn't work out? Because at one point I was saying to myself, the low block's too low. We're allowing him to come on to us. But like you said, Nuruddin, they don't take pop shots on the 20-yard line. They don't do it. They just don't do it. And that allowed us to crowd together. They just had no space. They couldn't get to us in any left or right. Every time go round and round and round, U-turns, everything. They just couldn't break us because we were together in every part. Like I said, we moved like Roman gladiators. When they all moved together, they all moved together. That's what I saw today. And it was so refreshing to see. But Nuruddin, let's be honest, any really solid footballer who knows Premier League, who knows tactics, would have played that way. And they're out there. I'm just amazed it's taken for a guy to get sacked and to have all these clowns before us for somebody so far, just in one game, to get every decision right. Even look, Nuruddin, taking Cunha off straight away. How he got past O'Reilly to take Matt, I mean, that's desire. He had no right to get that cross in. And there you go. You have Dorgu in a position that I never expected to be bang, classic goal. I mean, I never expected we ever score goals like that. And then obviously bringing Mountain again. And Nuruddin, am I right? Did we end up playing 3-4-3 at the end? Did we end up playing 3-4-3?
Listen, Irfan, we played whatever the formation was. We played, right? We played. Manchester United played compact. I said it yesterday. I did a match preview with Saeed. I said I went for a completely different team. I said youngsters. I said play compact. I said hit City where it hurts them. City are so susceptible because they don't press the ball and they give you a high line. Styles make fights. In boxing, styles make fight.
Yeah.
Today was the classic quintessential counter punching. Manchester United were the counter punchers, waiting for the guy to go for haymakers, and we were just picking him up, bang, 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 and that's what we did. They're lucky they got out of that stadium when it only 2, and no way VAR is the biggest cheat ever. They can moan about their little shitty red card, Diego Dalot. That Cunha, Mason Mount, that is onside. That is onside.
But why did they check that, by the way? Apparently, they didn't check it, apparently. The line.
Yeah, Saeed.
Apparently,
onside. That is clearly onside. And they robbed us of a goal. And it could have been. We hit the post. We hit the bar. Could have been. And you know who their best player was? Their goalkeeper.
Yeah.
100%.
But you know what?
But
you know what, Nuruddin?
it could be 3-0 without him.
But Nuruddin, you know, for us guys, because we've been suffering so long, and we know this team can be a little bit shaky. I'm actually glad it was only 2-0, it wasn't 5-0, because I don't want them to get giddy. I want them to stay.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
No team needed to hold that, Irfan.
No, we're going to hold it. Come on,
Yeah, I know what he's trying to say.
Look,
No, Irfan, let me just say this. Irfan, let me just say this.
Listen, it's a long way to go yet. We've still got 16 games.
Next week's game is a different game.
Nobody wants to get giddy, man. We finally got giddy.
Because, no, I don't think you understand. I live around City fans around here.
I know.
They put the score every derby game. They put the score, especially when it's at Old Trafford. I've only seen 2 wins in the last 8 years at Old Trafford. That was for Ollie when McTominay scored in the rain and when Ten Hag, Rashford scored.
Yeah.
So I've not seen wins at Old Trafford derby for a long time. Saeed, talk to me. Obviously, you were in a car park. And
we were all in the car park. Oh, man. Listen, man. I'm buzzing because I feel like that's probably the most complete performance I've seen at Old Trafford since probably Ten Hag, maybe that game against Tottenham where it was 2-0 as well, but it should have been 4-5, you know? Yeah. I feel like for me, United have had a 90-minute complete performance. And yeah, you could say maybe end of first half, we sat back a little bit and, you know, it was a little bit cagey, but I just thought for me, the game plan was to a T. You got to give credit to the coaching staff. I did say, you know, Steve Holland is going to be a good asset to us because he's been there before with England, obviously with, you know, Mourinho and good managers. And I think sometimes football, we overcomplicate football, guys. You know, we put players in their correct positions, profile them, give them a platform to succeed. You know, look at the midfield free today. You know what I mean? Look at them all connected. Did you ever think the midfield was lots of gaps? There was no gaps. Everyone was together. There was a unity.
What I was saying to you yesterday, that Dorgu, I was saying Ahmad and Mbeumo need to tuck in. And today, one thing about Patrick Dorgu, one minute he's helping out, the next minute he's the furthest guy up the pitch.
Man of the match. Yeah. What his coach after the game phoned me. He phoned me and said, "Yo, man, like this is what we've been working on." And I said, "You know what, man? Fair play to you, man. You've been working on his game. And a lot of people."
Context. Saeed, can you give a context, bit of background? Saeed knows, I know, we know the coach of Patrick Dorgu. Patrick Dorgu does extra work with a coach from Manchester. Work, guys. Extra work. He does extras.
Yeah, and he's been saying, like, you know, because a lot of people, they've kind of written him off, and I said, listen, man, we've got to relax, man. And I remember when I was speaking to the Lecce fan, and he said to me, Dorgu's better going forward than maybe defensively in an aspect of, like, he's a forward-thinking player, and you're limiting him. And I said to myself, you know what, you got a good point here, because you're seeing now Dorgu going forward now. He's actually getting forward, he's getting beyond, he's winning fouls, he's taking us up the pitch. And I feel like for me, that burst of pace that he's got, because 1 minute you think to yourself, he's looking a bit slow here. Boom, he's accelerated. And that acceleration is very good from Dorgu. And I think we forget he's only, 20, 21?
20,
so,
20, yeah. 20.
You know, I think he's still young, man. And he's just thrown into my United team that, oh, you be the next, you know, Dennis Irwin or whoever's left back that we've had, Evra. And it's just a bit unfair. And I think everyone's expectation has been a bit too much. And I think for me, he was quality, but I just think today, We understood the assignment. Carrick understood the assignment. We sat in a mid block. It wasn't a low block. It was a mid block. When we got the ball, we went for it. And when we defended what we needed to do, we were compact, resolute. But one thing we done, though, and I think for me, epitomized everything today, we won the duels. We won the battles. We won the 50-50s. These are cliche. But if you don't win them, you don't have a good game. And I think for me, them today, that winning them battles, winning them 50-50s, it sent a message to Man City that you're not just going to win this. You're not going to let Foden just get on the half turn and start moving. Cherky came on. What did he do? What did all the players at substitution? What did they do? Even Ugarte, when he came on, I'm sorry, guys, but even he sprayed the ball. Did you see that ball where he sprayed over? I was like, what? Is this Ugarte? You know, and that's what I liked today. I just thought it was a solid, well-deserved, and where nobody here is arguing about anything like, oh, but this would have happened here. And no, everything was out the window. Carrick delivered a masterclass against Guardiola. We keep forgetting, guys, this is not like Burnley. This is where maybe and we can say, you know what, let's not get carried away here. But it was Manchester City, a title-winning team, a manager who spent Semenyo. He bought Semenyo in. They had a January transfer. We didn't. They bought Semenyo, and what did Semenyo do? Nothing.
He joined the wrong team. The way he was playing today, the way they were playing.
I know he did.
He'll regret it. And I think today, if he was playing for us on the right, he would have caused them some havoc today.
Steve, by the way.
He would have. Yo, Steve.
He did that sky box thing. I don't know if you guys see that sky thing.
Yeah. Saeed, don't worry. Saeed, I got you. Don't worry.
Show the picture.
I got you. I got a picture of Steve. Don't you worry. Because I'm going to sing for him. Listen, big up Luani. Luani's been saying, you know what? We get
big up Luani.
We get a guy. The players are not that bad. We just players need to be organized. Luani's been taking stick on this channel. Everybody's been saying, Luani, what he's saying.
Speak up, Luani, man.
Luani has been taking it. Luani, take a bow. Take the bow. Talk to me, Luani.
I think you're on mute, Luani.
You're on mute? Okay.
Now we hear.
Now
you're here.
Okay. So big up Therapy Army. So well, I remember growing up, my dad I used to pray, referring to carrying something. I used to pray a lot, and my dad used to tell me, you can't just pray, you have to put it on your knees before God can help you put it on your head or on your shoulders. This fan base is that special. Because this fan base is the type of fan base that will tell the players, put it on your knees, and will help you put it on your head. And this is why we are. Because when I'm listening to Lisandro Martinez today saying that Michael Carrick tell them to harness that energy from the fan, that's why I say that we only need a good coach. A good coach. We need that coach that can come in and build a wall, take the fans and the players and build a wall around them to keep them away from the distraction and the divisive narrative of the media. Just build a dome on top of their head to keep them away from the mismanagement of the top brass. We know that. And this is what we need. You see, that energy is the same energy that helped Lisandro feel 10 times taller today. The same energy that have Casemiro play 10 years younger than his age. The same energy that make Kobe Mino play beyond his mature years. And the same energy that have Dorgu think that he's a striker or he's a winger. That's all we need, people. This team is good enough. It's top 4 worthy. We can compete with anybody. We just need somebody to come in and inspire them. What did Carrick do? Look, we know the upper brass. We know our owners, our vultures, okay? Give what's to Caesar, and what's to God to God. We know they are Caesar. They will tax the hell out of the people. They will exploit us. But you know what? The empires always fall. They will come. They will have their Estus Brutus moment. It will come. But right now, what I'm asking is that I don't want to suffer off the pitch and then suffer on the pitch as well. Carrick just shield us from the distraction. Shield us from the bullshit. What did Carrick do today? That is so special. Everything we've been asking for a long time. Switch from a back 3 to a back 4. Is that hard? Suddenly we went from needing 6 players 6 special players for every position, to now we have 2 players competing for each position. Excuse me, guys. We have Lenny Yoro and Eden Haven suddenly behind Lisandro and Maguire. Isn't the future bright?
Facts.
We send Sekou Kone and Kobe, Collier on loan. Aren't they worthy to be behind Casemiro and Kobe Mino? Casemiro, by the way, is passing the torch to Kobe Mino. The only modification that was needed and that we all call for is that take Bruno, who's a high-risk player, and play him to his strength, move him forward, and give Casemiro the control that he needs next to him, which is Kobe Mino. Who knew that we can substitute controlling for legs? And that's what happened today. Kobe Mino's son, take a ball. We knew you can control a game of football. And everybody who doubts you, shame on them. But today, I'm happy. I don't have anything else to say.
Luani, I agree with most things you said. I said you have to protect. You can't leave open wide spaces around Maguire, around Martinez now, especially since his injuries, and especially Casemiro. You can't leave open wide spaces. Everything has to be tight. When everything is tight, the quality of the players comes out because they don't have to sprint and run and all of that and chase shadows. They just have to hit people hard. And like I said, styles makes fights. Now, Carrick done this game for this. This was the perfect tactics for this game against this Man City team. Come to Fulham, comes to the other teams. They're going to low block Manchester United. He has to come with another tactic to open teams up. Listen, Boombaye, where are you? It's Carrick, you know. I don't believe it's close. It's Carrick, you know. I'm shameless.
Just to finish, right? Today when I saw Casemiro, both hands slapping in Ugarte, when I saw Casemiro jumping on Carrick's back, when we thought we had the third goal, that's an unmistaken body language from one decorated captain to another ex-captain, telling him thank you for letting me do what I do best. Because when I used to grow up, we used to refer to Casemiro in French, le milieu casseur, which means the midfield that break up the play. The only thing he did today, we break up the play, and he did what he did best. And Carrick, credit to you for putting him in that position.
Yeah, big up. Go ahead, Boombaye.
Best performance I've seen in 12 years, to be honest.
Oh, 12 years.
See, you had to take it somewhere, didn't you?
Bro, I mean,
he's entitled to say that. It might be his best thing he's seen in 12 years. Cut the guy some slack.
You know, we go into the game not any wiser personally. And today, man, you're just playing players in their best positions. And Manchester City play a type of game. It's a high risk. We didn't actually press high. It was their defense was so high. We were dispossessing them in the semicircle, and then the whole field's ahead of us, in front of us. We were actually in a mid block, not low block, for most of the game. But we were compact. We were defending in a 5-3-2 without the ball. This is why Semenyo and Dorgu today, which should have been pretty good for them, had no joy. You had Ahmad and Diogo Dalot there. On the right side, Ahmad and Diogo Dalot. Then you had Dorgu and Luke Shaw, bro, shut them down completely. And I thought we were outstanding. City didn't compete with us today at all.
Nope.
This was what we talk about. If you want to play your stuff, you have to fight. And the boys fought today, man. The performance had everything. Everybody's playing in. Look at Bruno. Look at the difference in Bruno. Not out of position today. He ran the game really. Unbelievable. He's not a 6 as part of the midfield too. You see the difference. Dorgu the same. Some massive performances today. Some huge performances. I don't think anybody played badly. Even Dalot had a dodgy start, but he more than made up for it. He did his job back there. I thought Maguire was amazing today. I thought Martinez was really good. Casemiro was a monster. Dorgu played well. Everybody played well, but the ones that really, really stood up today was Maguire, Martinez, Casemiro, and Bruno. For me, I thought they were amazing.
The best thing, the three that you named, is somebody said, I said Casemiro's got no legs. Yeah, he's got no legs when you leave open wide spaces and you
Nobody's got legs
in 15, 20 yards, 35 yards. Same thing with Maguire. Same thing with Leacher. If you get them to defend wide open spaces in a big pitch like Old Trafford, they're getting roasted. But if you get them closer together, they will always prove better. They will always defend better. They will always look 10 times better than they are. Go ahead, Mumbai. Finish it because we've got a lot of people around. I need to get to and then I'm gonna go to Jarvis last because he's gonna analyze the game for us tactically. So go ahead.
Yeah, Michael Carrick, 10 out of 10, man. Amazing start. Let's move on to Arsenal.
Yeah, big up. Listen, Sean. It's Carrick, you know. Can't believe he got skulls. Listen, the city is yours. The city is yours. 20,000
Thousand empty seats. Are you effing sure?
Simple, mate. Simple.
And they ran all the way away back to Stockport, by the way. They short journey. They all left, by the way. They all left.
Honestly, they ran away. It was like, you see, I said now, home. You see, we were waving to them. You see, and they were all like walking out. You see, we waved them goodbye, mate. Waved them goodbye. Listen, Sean, are you there? Are you there, Sean? Right, we'll come back.
I'm here.
Talk to me.
Big up, guys.
Talk to me.
Got up at 4:30 a.m. to watch this, and I wasn't disappointed. Thankfully, I'm with Mbeumo that for me this is the best Man United performance I've seen post Fergie. Complete. Everybody who has been asking for 90 minutes of domination, we got it today. I think this was a complete 10 over 10 performance. 2 goals could have been 5. Clean sheet, solid performances across the board. Every single person who played today, all the subs that came on, Carrick himself, excellent across the board. Has been so excellent that I'm confident against Arsenal now. I think we're going to get a result there. Maybe not all 3 points, but I think we're going to get a result. I love the fact that Carrick went back to basics. He kept it simple, right? I like what he said about Maguire and Martinez. He wanted people who have been there before, right? Who were ready to step up. Shaw looked solid, world-class footballer, basically at left back. Patrick Dorgu has a lot to offer, attacking-wise on the left. I was wondering how he was going to fit Mbeumo and Ahmad together. But this approach, playing Mbeumo as a striker, makes sense to me. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Mbeumo sometimes on the left, and Sesko up front, because Ahmad definitely has to play. So yeah, all around. I know you want to get to other people on the panel, but yeah, it was a perfect performance today, and I'm really impressed with Carrick. Really impressed with the team. I like the energy, right? I think I'm watching Kobe Mino play today, and I'm like, wow, Amorim, a madman for what he wanted to do to Kobe Mino. Basically, look at Bruno playing as the number 10, right? Instead of as the deep number 6. We're not having to play people out of position. So yeah, the perfect performance today, man. I'm really happy.
Go ahead, Jarvis.
Yeah, guys, what a win. I haven't felt like this in a long time when it comes to Man United. And I'm buzzing, still. I think we were brave, we were aggressive. Some of the players, I felt they were almost possessed when they were on the pitch. How they managed to keep it up for the full 90. For me, an underrated player of the game was Kobe Mino. I think he set the rhythm of the team. I looked up some clips. I tried to analyze. I looked at the stats, and basically I have to say that I think Kobe Mino for me was the man of the match after looking more thorough at the game. And to know that it's about the rhythm. to have someone that's actually press resistive, who's good on the ball and knows what to do in certain situations. Because
he played
you know,
a lot of one-touch football today, Jarvis.
one
touch.
but not just one touch. But sometimes it's two-touch football. Sometimes he just puts his studs on the ball, waits half a second, and then release the pass. It's about the tempo and timing of it all. It's so important in the modern day football, because when the press goes usually in one direction, and you got to stop the momentum of the press. And you know, small details like just putting your studs on the ball is so important. And for me also, when it comes to Kobbie Mainoo today, it's one thing for us. We baited the press. We took out Rodri all the way. Bruno and Mbeumo had one role and one role only, and that was to take out Rodri. He couldn't be the guy that they build up through, and we shut them down centrally, so they had to go around. But every time he was on the ball, when Foden was on the ball, when all the players was on the ball, our wingers, Ahmad especially, is so brilliant, is so intelligent in his press play. He comes from the outside and pressed him in. So we forced them over to one side, usually Dorgu's side. And when we had them, we had the byline on the side, they were trapped. And then we went in super aggressive. Dorgu won the ball so many times, especially in the first half. But it's one thing winning the ball. You know, you launch in and attack, all the ball bounces. Then we had Kobbie Mainoo. He was the key, because every time he was involved, he has the calmness, he has the technique, he has the vision. So he takes the ball down on the floor and then keeps it ticking. So a lot of the times, you know, the ball is bouncing, Kobbie Mainoo comes in, takes it down on the floor, releases it, and then we shift play over to the other side when we have, for example, Ahmad 1-against-1, or we have a 2-against-2, where there's spaces. And for me, Kobbie Mainoo was the key into all of this. So, you know, I take my hat off for Kobbie Mainoo today. We have been missing a player like this.
They said he couldn't run. They said he couldn't do this. They said he's all hype. And there's one person that will start looking like Phil Mitchell today, who's absolutely being shameless in the way he talks about Kobbie Mainoo. He is shameful in the way he talks about Kobbie Mainoo. Step forward, my friend.
Step forward,
my friend. Manchester's own Phil Mitchell. He looks like he's been hit with an absolute train today. Look at him. He was on Sky doing a watch-along with other United fans and some City fans.
It wasn't even a watch-along, it was a picture-along. It was a picture-along where you get pictures sent to you about certain things and whatnot. And yeah, and like I'm saying, bro, but what he said even was worse than that. He said United will get beat by Carrick, this interim, this, that, the other. Like, you got to hold that firmly.
You know, guys, I don't care what the rival fan thinks about Kobbie Mainoo. What did we Manchester United fan think about Kobbie Mainoo? Because we were ready to sacrifice him.
But some of the fans didn't want to run him. Some of the fans were against him. Some of the fans were listening to the propaganda spread by the likes of this guy. So look at that face. Look at that face, mate. Look at that face.
Oh, man. Hold that.
My guy looks concussed. Absolute concussed, Saeed. Has he picked up the phone? Has he answered your call?
Yeah, to be fair, he picked up the phone, innit? We spoke on that, but still, he's going to get cooked on Monday.
What did he say? Talk to me.
He didn't watch the game, innit? So at that point, he didn't watch the game because obviously he was watching it on. He just seen the photos and that. But yeah, I told him he got battered. I told him it should have been 6. You know what I mean? And the reality is Manchester's red. You know what I mean? And ultimately, they can do one. They can have the 1-1-5, and they can buy players and whatnot. But there's a bit of class that isn't at their football club. You know what I mean?
We know who you are.
Wow.
We know who you are. Two cheating bastards. We know who you are. All the songs were there today, mate. All the songs were there. All the songs. Saeed, you were at the game. You were the only person in this panel that was at the game. Talk to me about Anthony Taylor.
Oh man, he was awful, bro. Like I said, what the thing is with these referees?
He's a City fan. This is a City fan.
Yeah,
he's like that Ghanaian referee.
Yeah, the Premier League give the game to a Manchester derby to a City fan.
It's not the referee of the Emirates. Oh my god, it's awful, man. Well, what you know what it is? What referees, right? They want to be the center of the attention. You're not meant to be the center of the attention. Like, what are you doing trying to be the main guy? Every foul, and what they were doing, they were very clever in what they were diving and the way they were going soft on the floor. I mean, look at the Rodri one. What's the Rodri one? Seriously. And he basically got up straight away. So it's just, for me, referee, I didn't want to waste my time on him, but it's just a waste of space. We know what he is.
He tried.
I know. And that's why I'm glad we still overcame. We still won the game. We won it in style. And to be honest with you, we don't have to talk about the referee, even though we do right now.
So it was frustrating when you're at the game, though. Please tell the people how frustrating.
I know. Leslie was, oh my God. Leslie wanted to go on the pitch. She wanted to fight him. You know what I mean? And again, like I said, the state of the refereeing is still bad. And what I don't get is the fact that he just kept giving fouls for no reason. He didn't let the game flow. He wanted to call people over. He's a waste of space, man. And we know what he is, man. So it's just it's comical, man. We keep getting this every week from Anthony Taylor. Doesn't want to change. So
he's number one. He's number one. He's number one. He's not number two. He's number one.
Irfan, he's supposed to have grown up. I know a guy I know who his dad used to go to school with him. He's a certified City fan. He lived in Wivenshaw. He's part of those Wivenshaw City fans. That's who he is. And you know what he says to the Premier League? I support Old Trigham. No, Manchester people.
Have they even got a team?
Old Trigham, they've got a little team.
They're mostly Man United fans, aren't they? Old Trigham?
Yeah,
mostly Man United.
Old Trigham. Wow. That's what he says. He says, "Oh, I support Old Trigham. Get out of here, man." Listen, Mumbai, I know you got to go. Talk to me. Your boy Carrick. He simplified it. He simplified the game. He just said, "Can we just close up? Can we not leave wide open?" It's football. Honestly, I've got to tell people, football, the hardest thing to do in football, I know this might sound mad, is the simple things. The simple things. When you're a coach, you've got to simplify the game for the footballers. You can't overcomplicate it. You can't give them too much information. You've got to simplify it. You've got to show them compact everywhere we are on the pitch. No spaces. No spaces. And they attack.
But hang on, Nuruddin. Hang on. Let me put in a spot, though. Did you expect that today, be honest? Did you?
No, I did. I've been calling for it.
Nobody expected it.
Come on, Nuruddin.
Ask Saeed and Jarvis. Ask Saeed and Jarvis. Ask Saeed and Jarvis and go and watch my match preview. I said the only way we'd be City, ask Saeed and ask Jarvis. I said, this is what I explained. I explained exactly what Carrick did today. I said, we've got to go tight, compact everywhere we are.
Yeah, you did.
And I said, you know what I said? I said, we need to fight. We can't make this game pretty. We've got to have intensity and aggression and get in their faces and smash them.
You did say that.
Do we not do that? Go and watch the preview again. I said, if we do that, we'll beat them. I said, if we do that, we'll beat City. I said that because it's not complicated, Irfan. Teams that have done that against Pep Guardiola will always overcome. If you keep
nobody predicted this, really. That's the point. Nobody saw this coming.
City don't like it. No, one thing is saying it. Listen, one thing is saying it, Sean and everybody else.
Yeah, another thing is doing it. Yeah.
The other thing is executing it with the players. Bombay. I want to hear from you. Another thing is executing it in training and the players then coming out. And Carrick at the presser after the game, he said, actually, the players were so pumped, he was worried that it might overspill.
I get what you're trying to say.
Said, but go ahead, Bombay.
Man, it's a wonderful start. I think playing this formation, all bets are off. Everybody's in contention again. The reason some players we had an opinion on certain players was because of the way we played under Amorim. But if you play like this, we've shown today that you can have a great team with Kobe Mainu in it and Bruno in it at the same time. Maguire's back in, who was immense to how many they were resorted to just putting balls in. Maguire cleared everything. So it's really exciting. A wonderful day at the office, and the scenes after the game is stuff that I've not seen for a long time. Like Luani was saying, Casemiro, the interview with Martinez and Mbeumo, how Carrick went around, hugging it, and they were tapping. It was wonderful to see, man. It just felt like Man United today, and we're really a complete performance. So hopefully we can take that and go into the Arsenal game. Who knows what can happen? They drew today. Some results went our way, so we're right in the mix. A wonderful start.
I still think we need a midfielder, an Oro, and a winger. I still
secret midfielder though. We're gonna get a secret midfielder though.
You know what I want to add is
Right,
that
nice one, Bombay.
good night, Bombay. What I want to say is that when we say the players are fighting for the badge, they willing the 50-50 and the intensity that they bring in. Sometimes I feel like we are insulting their professionalism and their dedication, because when you come from the Premiership, that's a prerequisite. That's what the Premiership train you for, the grueling physicality. And then you graduate to the Premier League as a player. You have to bring that anyway, whether you are a team that's at the bottom of the table or at the top or challenging for Champions League, whatever. That's a prerequisite. And then when you play for Manchester United, you better bring that.
Luwani, I have to stop you there.
No.
I have to stop you there. I'm sorry, Luwani. It's not there. It's not
but
there. It's not been there. It's not been there, and it was not there.
Let me finish. Nudin, what I'm saying is that, right? When you bring that, you earn the right to win a game of football. But what makes you think that these players have not been doing that? They've been running. But does it matter if you set up wrong? Does it matter? You can run all you want. If you set up wrong, you see concede. We were one of the highest scoring team in the league. So we were still conceding. What we needed was control. And that control is what we have to do with the change of formation and the simple tweak in personnel with Kobe Mino playing in that double pivot. It was not that hard. Some people, some of us have seen that. Nuruddin, you said that. Jarvis, you also say that. We know. Control is very important in football as well. So, look, you have to win the right to engage also in shrewd spending. We are here talking about how the City get Gay for 20 million. They earned that right. Did we earn the right to engage in shrewd spending? When you go into the transfer market feeling desperate, of course, they're going to overprice everything. Now we have a stable team with at least two people competing for one position. So whether we rate Collier or whether we rate Sekou Kone, whether we go in for Baleba and the other midfielders we're going for, whether we're going for them or not, we know we can walk away from them. We can go in not being desperate, and we can walk away from the deal if they're overpriced. And you have to earn that right.
The only thing that I disagree with, Michael Carrick can't play this football against everybody else. For the City game, yes. For the big teams, yes, you have to be compact. He has to come with different game plans, because there'll be teams coming to Old Trafford to park the bus, to sit back against us, and we still have to play some compact, but we have to defend as a team. Off the ball, we have to all be active, and on the ball, we have to be active, right? We have to be.
But this is where
it's not like this tactic cannot be used. And the big thing, Luwani, I just say this, I have not seen it. Yes, the way they're set up, the players are happy with the way they're set up, because here it is getting the best out of their abilities. But in the last 10 years, Manchester United, we go and hire a coach who tried to play front foot modern style football, and then we get slapped everywhere because the majority of our players can't do that football. Then we go back to this kind of keeping it tight. They all look 10 times better. Now, we have to transition out of the players who can play man for man and who can, like Jarvis said, hold the ball and have the ability to calm the ball down, to calm the play down, to dictate the play, Saeed. Tonight we're happy. I am shamelessly happy.
I agree.
I am shamelessly happy. But we can't go and play like this, Saeed, every game.
No. I think for me,
Nuruddin, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Nuruddin. If a team dare low blockers, they will take 4. Why? Because when it comes to low block, Michael Carrick don't have to come with a genius tactic. Let the players express themselves. We have enough creativity to attack any low block. We have creativity on the wing, on the left with Cunha. We have creativity on the right with Ahmad. We have Bruno, who is a creative monster. We have Kobe in there. We will break them down. I promise.
Okay, well, Time.
You know-
Go ahead.
You know
Sonny.
what it is though? I think I hear where you're coming from. I just think for me, I'm taking each game as it comes. This game was this game. Arsenal game will be a different game. Maybe similar in the approach because we might have to hit them on the counter. Fulham game, we have to take the game to Fulham. So therefore, how will we react to that? West Ham game, they're gonna sit back. We're gonna have to hit them, and find solutions. You know what I mean? So every game's different. That's where we got the coaching staff. One game a week, guys. I know it's funny we say that, but it is one game a week. So these players, and also listen, we blame the manager, we blame coaches, but these players do not turn up half of the time. These players have got to turn up. If they want it, they want it. If they don't want it, we'll find out what they are. This is what I mean. Players sometimes, it's good and easy to get up for a Manchester derby, but can you get up for Fulham? Can you get up for West Ham? Can you get up for the games where it's not going to be allowed?
We said that before, Saeed. We said it before. Yeah. Before you came on, I said, listen, these guys have known, they've got some history of turning up in the big games.
I agree.
Like in the little ones. So
I know
that's Carrick's next test. To see
I know
if he can make it happen against the Forest and the Wolves or whatever. Well, we saw Wolves under Bruno.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Amarim, we're gonna find out.
Let's not confuse tactics.
I've got shit. Yeah,
they got a history. Look, they got a history.
Bless up, come on, bless up, guys.
Yeah, they got that history of not turning up for the small game because we got set up against the small team as an underdog. This is going to change. Now we play on the front foot. You see our players display their creativity. And every time you put that psychological pressure on the team that's set up in a defensive manner, you always have a chance. I promise you, we'll go back to putting 3-0 and 4-0 plus.
Nuruddin,
let me just get a super chat, fan, and then I can bring you and I bring Eski and Sean back in as well. Big up Haitian Kings. Big up Nuruddin. Today I woke up 4:50 to watch Carrick cook. Carrick beating Emery, Pep, Arteta, and Ty Tuchel. Elite coach, we have. My Manchester United is back. Look at this. Shameless. After one game, we're back. Big up to Asian King, man. Free Haiti. Always free Haiti.
Yeah.
From American imperialism, man. Always. Irfan, go on.
It's just interesting.
I want to go to Sean.
Obviously,
go ahead.
You know that as football, apart from the tactics, you have to have management. It's keeping everyone hungry, keeping everyone happy, giving them game time. I thought it was interesting that Šeško didn't play at all, and he's been on form. He was showing a little bit of going to get a groove going and get a run going. So I thought it was very interesting that he didn't even get a minute. So that's something to manage. But it's been interesting to see how that pans out as well. Because I was very surprised by the way he set up. I won't lie. I said it before earlier on. I was surprised how he set up. But obviously, him and his coaches they've got their thoughts, they got their tactics, and it all worked really, really well for them. I mean, like I said, I still can't believe what I saw. I still today thinking about it right now. I still can't believe what I saw. So how do you think he's going to cope with the Šeško situation? How do you think he's going to keep them all happy?
Well, Irfan, he has to pick the team for the game. He has to tactically pick the different teams for different games.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, Eski. Who's your man of the match? And people get voting in the poll. I'm going to put on people. We're not at 200 likes. We have 300 of you in here before. We've not even put it out to X that we're live. So I'm going to try to do that now. But please like the video. It costs you nothing. The channel is shadow banned because we refuse to give up on our humanity and always have solidarity with people who are suffering around the world. So the least you could do is help the fucking channel and smash a like. We won a fucking game and we were impressive. Smash a like for the fucking Manchester's red. Go ahead, Eski, and then we'll go to Sean. Eski, you there? Yeah, talk to me.
Yo, hear me, yeah? Yes,
who were the 3 players that played you? Give me the 4 players that stood out to you.
4 players. All right, fucking.
And explain them why. Explain
why. All right, I said before, so number 1 would be Patrick Dorgu. I think just him today, man, up and down. We've seen him in these more attacking roles. Like even when Amarim played him in the fucking, I think was it against Newcastle or something, he played 4 at the back and he played him on the right hand side. I think just seeing him like this whole game, like he was just reliable. Everything was sick. I think a lot of our team is just a confidence issue. I think we've got a load of confidence players. You know, got a lot of players are young, and then players are just frail from being there all these years, and then the media circus having 7 managers a year and bullshit. So I think a lot of these guys are like very confidence based. So I think Dorgu today, number 1, 2 Bruno. I think honestly, I'm gonna give Cunha number 3, even though we didn't get 2 assists. But yeah, I agree with Nuruddin and all you guys. The third goal that Mason Mount scored should have been a goal. So I think coming on, Cunha did really well today, because I've not been super impressed by him. I think he's done okay, but for the price tag and everything around him, I'm there like, you got to be doing a little more. But
he hasn't delivered.
No, not fully yet. But that's what I'm saying. He come on today, and then when he was taking on, I can't remember which guy took on the right hand side and swung it in for Mount. He just looked down and just, like he knew. Right, took on O'Reilly. I think he was on a yellow anyway, so he did well to beat him. He just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go." I'm fresh on the pitch, ran down straight past him and just said, "I'm gonna deliver a ball into an area." He wasn't even looking at the area. He was looking down at the ball. He was like, "I'm gonna control this as far as I can to the byline, cut it in, and then whatever area it's there." Then Dorgu gambles on the space. Right. Next thing you know, and then bang, post, and it goes in.
It was one of the best piece of football in the game.
That second goal is really underrated. You're right, Irfan, because it was there. Like, out of how many times have you seen any of our players gamble on space where someone just whipped it into an area, bang, and it's a goal? That's what Manchester City do. That's how you see Haaland score 40 odd goals, because he's attacking space that no one's ever even saw. That was the ball is even going to go to.
You don't have a right to win that space.
Yeah, you have no idea.
So close to the corner flag that was. You saw it was.
Yeah, the ball's nowhere near where the goal's actually scored. One of them, Joe, I'm saying, where the ball's just come in, it's there like where the ball was 40 metres away, all of a sudden it's here in one pass. So I think came a number 4 for me, going quickly through the team. Casemiro, to be honest. I think even though he did play that 70 minutes and whatever, I think just him today just showed what he was about. But like Nuruddin saying with the compactness, it's there like, because we did play like in a 4-4-2 formation at times, it's just pairs all over the pitch. You can see it. And who was number 10 for Man City? We played some sick football on the left-hand side with like little 6 triangles around this one guy and just played it inside of the field and just looked like an absolute mug. That's what Manchester City do to us at home, and for us just to do it to them like there, I honestly made me laugh. I was just there like, some sick football I've seen today, and that's just what you want. You know, you just want to get off your seat. It's a weekend, just see some good fucking football. So today, they're my 4 and my reasons why.
It was Shirky, by the way. If you don't mind,
God, it was Shirky. Thank God.
It's a 3-second clip. Is it okay that I play it?
Yeah, go on.
I love this clip. This clip is my favorite clip today.
People just watch Turkey in the middle.
Shit.
Made me laugh. Brilliant.
And you know, he's such a, he's a very gifted player. He's a very arrogant, gifted player, Shirky. You got to give it to him, though. But that was great to see. That was great to see that.
Fantastic clip. Yeah, but guys, I just want to say, we gotta realize, because I feel now we are doing the Man United.
1 second, Irfan, when he signed for City, because he played for Leon and we knocked them out, he said, "I'm gonna kill them."
Oh, no, he did. I know.
Yeah, I just want to say, I think we are reverting a little bit. I want to always play it cautious, and you know, we as a Man United fan base, we do this all the time. When we lose, it's all doom and gloomy. We go down into the basement as low as we can go, and when we win, we get carried away again and again. And you know, I just want to.
Sorry, Jarvis, I'm going to be shameless about a derby win. I've told you, in the last 10 years, 12 years, I only saw 2 wins at Old Trafford in a derby game. Ollie before lockdown, McTominay, and their City's record at Old Trafford is incredible. The amount of 3-0 games I've been to where they beat us 3-0 comfortably, right? The amount of time. So today I'm going to celebrate. Next week's another thing, Jarvis. Next week's another thing.
No, you can celebrate this until the
I'm celebrating this win. I'm celebrating
the Arsenal game.
I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating this win. Tomorrow is another thing. These vultures always fucking out. And big up to the fan base today. They had the Glazers out banners were there, and when the goals went in, everybody sang "Glazers out, Glazers out, Glazers." Everybody was singing that. So go ahead.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, as a fan base now, we get carried away, and you know, when I listen to some of you guys, you talk about the future, you talk about us easily breaking down low blocks. We have a double coverage in every position. Everything is going to be fine from now. Carrick in, we all on board. Yay, you know. But it's not like this. We know this team. So it's okay to celebrate the performance today. That's in the past. We can't change that, and we can really enjoy it. But I have to say, we gotta be careful, because we don't know the level of this Manchester City team, because they have all of their defense out with injuries. Guardiola, Ruben Diaz,
Stones,
Josh Stones, all of these guys. Their regular defense is out. I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago when Jurgen Klopp had his Van Dijk injured, all these centre backs injured at once. They dropped down. They barely qualified
Jarvis,
for
I'm sorry, I don't
Champions
feel sorry for them.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
They've got 2 billion worth of squad. They have.
Yeah, they do. But what I'm saying is it's two-sided. We had a good performance, but we also gotta respect or see City. They're not at the strongest at the moment. So I think we need to see more. We can't just say Carrick at the wheel and we will easily beat Fulham, West Ham, Wolves, and all of these teams, because it's not how football works. And I just want to say that to be cautious, because I know myself and I know you guys. It's doom and gloom, and then we get carried away. And this is why United gets us. This is
Jarvis, I agree with what you're saying. But me, you see the situation with me, and the way I look at the team, look at the football in a very simplistic way.
He's just happy. He's just getting
I'm not. We just beat a title contender, potential team of the world. We just beat them convincingly. They didn't. I don't know how many shots they put on goal versus ours, but this is a dominating performance. Okay, so when I look at this team, we can lose next week against Arsenal. I don't care, but I know the setup that we have, the modification, the system that we have now can easily put us 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row. That's achievable. We can beat the small team. We can dominate them. The inconsistency.
So Luwani, can the brother get the haircut then? Can the brother get the haircut finally? Is that what
I don't
saying,
think so, Irfan. I don't think so. Let's not get too
Yes.
excited. I want to go to Sean. Sean, I can imagine you must have been waking up the neighbors when you're cheering the goals, because it's 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. Talk to me.
Yeah, no, it was a great game. I think I'm a little more confident than Jarvis. I shared the reason for caution, but I think it's really up to Carrick, right?
Me,
got to be cautious. Got to be cautious. Yeah.
Sure. But I think it's really
Sean,
up to.
We've beaten City away last season. We went and beat Liverpool. We can Manchester United, like Irfan and Saeed was saying, we can always beat the big teams. It's the teams, the 7-8 teams, right, at the bottom of the league this season. When they came to Old Trafford, Wolves, Everton, West Ham.
I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference between.
We couldn't beat them, so come on, we gotta be cautious.
I think there's a difference between those performances, because even those ones that we won against Liverpool, against City in the past, it always seemed like we took our chances, right? But I haven't seen a performance as dominant as this one, right? A lot of the complaints that we've had in the past is that the team doesn't perform for 90 minutes. So what used to happen in those games is that we would have like a very solid 30 minutes of excellence, and that would be enough to get the game through. But this game, from start to finish, pretty much the players all seem confident. They all seem comfortable in the positions that they were playing. I think the risk, as I see it, is probably in terms of like the squad quality. So if for any reason Casemiro can't give a performance like he gave today, we're in trouble, right? Because the next best person can't do what Casemiro does. Same thing applies for Bruno. If for any reason Bruno is not available or is having an off day, then we're in trouble, right? I think we've seen that the Maguire, sometimes he looks like a superstar. Other times he can look, pretty average. So there's still some weaknesses here and there. But I think what Carrick understands, right, the classic thing about football is that all the tactics in the world, all the arrangements doesn't really matter as much as the mental, side of things. And I like the look of Carrick. Like I like the pop in his collar, with his coat. I like the way he looks on the touchline. He doesn't seem like Ten Hag, whose coat was too big for him, or Amorim, who had, who had something to prove against the detriment of his own team. So long may it continue. I think Carrick has that. Looks to me like he's able to get the team believing in themselves and fighting for each other. And I think that's more than enough to get us, like a winning streak, right? It's more than enough to get us results. Because what you're going to get from this team is people who are working hard for each other and fighting. I think my own four players that I guess to offer my own four players that I was impressed by today. I'll start with Patrick Dorgu. Dorgu is somebody who I don't really rate, if I'm being honest, but I see why the people rate him. I see the potential in Patrick Dorgu. Like he looks like he would be a nightmare to play against. Like if you're a defender and you're coming up against Dorgu, you're going to have a terrible time because he's fast, he's strong, he has the stamina to play for a long period of time. He's a fantastic outlet. So if we need to get the ball off the pitch quickly, Dorgu is the person you get the ball to on the left. So I see why he plays, and he had a good game today. Although there were moments where, just a 10-yard pass or a 5-yard pass, Dorgu can't complete. And so that lack of quality is there. But I think he has potential to be a great player. Then my other standout guy, and people are this might be counterintuitive, but Diogo Dalot. He's so frustrating. He's so frustrating as a footballer, right? But again, I understand why he plays. Like his ability to take the ball from out to in, to step into midfield, to create space. Basically, he did that a couple of times, and he opened up Man City, right? I don't think you're going to find many right backs who are able to take the ball from the right wing back position and step into midfield like that to create space for other people. I think he does that very well. And then the other two would go to my favorite player right now, Bruno Fernandes. A lot of doubters, a lot of haters, but he's head and shoulders the best player in the team, and quite frankly, one of the best footballers basically in the world. There was one pass that he did today to Mbeumo, or was it Dorgu, outside of the foot, crazy body position. He just hit the pass crossfield, to Mbeumo, and we had a chance. And then Kobe Mainu. I think many United fans have known that the future of our midfield is Kobe, Bruno, and somebody else. That somebody else has to step into Casemiro's shoes. But any future of United that doesn't include Kobe Mainu is not a future. And I think Amorim, one of his major failings was in trying to convince United fans that Kobe wasn't ready for prime time, which is a lie, a dirty lie at that. So yeah, I really think to the point that I actually made a bet, with some of my friends. I think we're going to get a good result against Arsenal. I think Carrick has just enough sense to know that, okay, maybe instead of Mbeumo up front and Dorgu on the left, maybe I play Mbeumo on the left. So I don't expect to see the same starting 11 that I saw today against Arsenal. I think we're going to see tweaks here and there. And I think Carrick and his old school coaching staff, his old school approach of staying tight, he just has that, classic sense to swap this person out for the other person, make the right sub. Like the fact that Bruno came off today. We don't always see that. So yeah, I'm confident. I think Carrick just might have what it takes. Honestly, this performance today, and our season starts now. Like our season starts now. I think if this was Amorim, even if we were leading 2-0, we would have still had that shaky bum feeling, right? That we could concede a goal anytime. It didn't look like we were going to concede today. We could have played for another 30 minutes, and what would have happened was that we would have scored more goals. So we saw the experience of Luke Shaw, Maguire, Martinez, and dare I say Dalot as well. And then when you now stack Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes on top of that, you look at Mbeumo, you look at Cunha, Mason Mount, Kobe, Ahmad. We have a good team. Dare I say, we have a good team. And fifth or fourth is exactly where I want us to be in the league. So long may it continue. Long may it continue.
That's what you call getting carried away. But big up, Sean. I would not accept it otherwise. Go ahead. Big up. You need to change your profile photo because looks like you're out on a good night out tonight. Big up Asian Kingston. We scored 5 goals. Amorim Innes need to apologize. Amorim deserved jail for the crap we've seen for 14 months. Carrick
I
3
agree,
days
I
did more
agree.
than Scammering did in 4 months.
For Haitian King, right? Let me just say real quick. What people don't understand. I was an Amorim inner, and guess what? Now I'm a Carrick inner, because first and foremost, I'm a Manchester United fan. So I don't understand why we need to, like, all things have passed away. The Amorim regime is done. It's over. We're moved on to the next one, and we back the next manager. And as you can see, we're getting carried away already as well. So
Yeah, but Sean, you need
Yeah.
to remember the Carrick era could only start once we got rid of Amarin. That's the most important thing to understand.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And just last week, Darren Fletcher was telling us that the players did not have confidence, or the players needed something, or whatever. And all that is gone, right? Carrick steps into the doors, and he has, I don't know, the swag, the wisdom, the genius to get the message across. So yeah, I think for me, it's about backing the manager. It's about wanting the club to win, wanting the team to win, and supporting the manager and trying to execute his ideas. So I see how Carrick wants to play football. Okay, I'm a fan. I want him to get the resources that he needs. I'll be really happy if the club signs a midfielder in January. I pray that it's not Loftus-Cheek. I don't know where that rumor is coming from, or why it's even been floated out there. But I hope we get some kind of midfielder, because I think whatever good work Carrick is building is gonna fall apart if Casemiro isn't able to step up. So that's the one delicate part.
Big up.
When it comes to the 4 players, I would just want to give the prep to the quartet of Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire, Kobe Mino and Casemiro. I know they're not the obvious, but that combination of Lisandro Martinez and Maguire is a bit odd, and I don't think any of us saw that coming. But that quartet had their own, and I think it's because of them that the game panned the way it is today. When it comes to the issue of Bruno, yes, today he did play a key role in our victory. I don't rate him personally, but look, that's just my preference. But at the end of the day, there are also some situations that he was not patient on the ball and he killed our counter. But what I expect with the appointment of Michael Carrick is the decision-making of the team to improve as a whole. So I hope Michael Carrick will help him clean up those aspects of the game, because if you want to be a 10 in a 4-2-3-1, you have to be a very patient 10. You have to use the ball wisely.
Go on, Jarvis, give us your 4.
Yeah, you mentioned Leach and Maguire, and I saw this on it's Martinez.
That's hilarious.
It's so good. It's so good. So all the banter now. It's good to see the humor back in the Man United fan base. Finally we come out of our shell, being through this Amorim era and being bobbed around by Ineos and the Glazers. So it's finally free. It's so good. I haven't felt like this since, I would actually say, Ollie. When he had that interim spell. So maybe we could experience something similar now, 8, 9, 10 games in a row. But again, I'm not getting giddy. I know that we can beat Arsenal next week and then go on a 4-game losing streak and lose against Fulham and West Ham and Everton and all of those. So you can't trust this group of players yet. I have to see more. I really need to see more. But again, it calms me down a little bit because of what Carrick did today, how he set up this team, because it's not a straightforward mid-block just staying compact. It's about pressing patterns. It's about a clear game plan, getting them into the press, trapping them on the side, going in aggressively, winning the ball. And I didn't mention the shift of play, how we actually shifted the play a lot of the times. And this is how you actually beat a low block. It's all about stretching them out as much as possible. You overload on one side and then you shift over to the other side. So now the other managers will be aware of this. They know, they have seen Carrick has played his card, so they can call him now and start doing this. You overload on one side, you shift to the other side. So you have to stay compact and then go over to the other side. So it's not that easy, And this is what we get with an interim manager. He's a clean slate. He's coming into the Premier League. The other managers don't know how to set up the team against them. I think Pep was fairly naive coming into the game today, setting up with 2 wingers. I said in the preview, you should play with three tens and only one winger, Dorgu. You shouldn't play Dorgu and Semenyo at the same time. You know, they lost the midfield battle. We boxed in Rodri, so every time the centre backs
But did you see it, Jarvis? Did you see what he did? He put Rico Lewis, so he played three at the back, really, even though they don't have centre back.
Yeah, but they
Rico
always do
Lewis
that.
we knew
that.
It. Yeah,
that's the build-up pattern. They start with four, and they do a couple of passes, and then one of them move up into the midfield. Yeah.
But the big thing for me today was Rodri shut down and Phil Foden. Phil Foden is the
totally out. Yeah.
The pitch. Kobe Mainoo, go and watch that first half. Kobe Mainoo shut him down, marked him out of the game. Every time Foden couldn't turn, Kobe was on him. But listen, Jarvis, you just showed the picture. I'll do one better.
But you know the thing. You know the thing is like.
They don't know what Georgie Best is. They don't know Georgie.
This is why.
What you could do with your AI.
This is why I'm pro. This is why I'm pro getting carried away, right? Because, like, again, my vision of football is just believe. Just I want Dorgu waking up every morning thinking he's Dorgu best. Let's have it. Let him come to the game against Arsenal thinking he's the best footballer in the world. You know what that's going to do for us? It's going to make his passes more accurate. His cross is more accurate, basically. You know, he's going to be in better positions because he's going to be confident. So let's have it. Let's have delusional Man United for the rest of the season. Nothing but good vibes. Carrick at the wheel. Maguire feeling like, you know, Cafu, prime Nesta or whoever. You know, let's have it more of Mbeumo scoring goals. I can't wait to see what Carrick does with Sesko.
By the way, I give credit. I sometimes think he's not good enough because he can't defend one-on-one. We need to protect him, and sometimes you can't do that in every game because some games you got to go and win. You got to open up a bit to go and win the game. But today, Harry Maguire had a huge gash on his knee, and he didn't want to go off. He stayed on the pitch and he wanted to play on. And the only thing is that how the F did he miss that header? Let's talk about the chances we missed, people. How did Casemiro miss? And how did Maguire miss from 2 yards? Talk to me.
Hang on, Nerd. Hang on. Listen, let me just give you that thought because it's a difficult one, this one. I agree with you. I'm going to give the flowers first to Leacher. You know, it's not nice when ex-players take the piss out of you like that. You know, it's not nice. And he came and he showed us what the real Lisandro is. Cause props to him. And right to Maguire because I've never been his fan. I've never really rated this guy. You know, because, you know, I just think he was just too, brain didn't work fast enough for the body. So, but again, warrior today, absolute warrior. So big shout out to Maguire for that. Then I've got to give it to Kobe because the composure the guy shows on the ball in tight situations, just to watch this guy, it's just incredible. I can't believe what this guy does because he's a small guy. He's not even a big guy. But the way he can push off bigger guys and shield the ball and always play at the pace because he plays the game a lot slower. He's not a crazy fast run English player. He plays with such a calmness and technique and the way he can just spin easy, effortless and turn the drop shot. I love watching this guy. I love watching guy. Obviously, I always think of, what was the guy called Nerdin? The guy for Juventus, the Don midfielder. Come on, what was he called? Oh man, the most beautiful guy. Huh?
What we talk about? Pirlo.
You know the way I watch Pirlo controlling. I see Kobe elements of this beautiful watching a midfielder gracefully slowing the game down in his brain and just running it. And then I'm going to give it to. I thought Bruno was brilliant because when I look at that. Look at this.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. When I look at what
he sent Semenyo to the shops and back, people. Semenyo still at the shops.
He did.
Look at Semenyo. You don't know what hit him.
You don't know what hit him, right? Because we always have this argument about the bad side of Bruno, how wasteful he is because he's a high risk footballer. Yeah, we talk about that. But when you look at the first goal on the counter attack, where he was running after the flick. The perfect, I call that a Fergie goal. That first goal was a Fergie goal, right? And when you look at like how Bruno took up the pitch and how he delayed left and right. He's got Ahmad, he's got Mbeumo, he's got Bryan, and he waited and waited. He could have, either pass was on, but it was beautiful how he just waited just the right moment, one touch bang. You know, that to me is it's like, it reminds you of De Bruyne and people like that. And, we give him, we hate him when he's erratic and he gives away the ball. But Nuruddin, the assist and the stats don't lie about what he brings to the team. And he gives it 1000%, almost too much. I always think this guy almost tries too hard. So I've got to give it to him as well. I like to give it to Patrick Dorgu as well, but I have to give it to those 4 guys. They're my first 4 warriors in the team today. Absolute warriors. I just hope, like I said, I hope they can raise the game all the time. And I know a lot of the fans are getting giddy, but, I want to see Carrick have 4 or 5.
Well, somebody plane's taking off. Somebody where
I
somebody
know.
lives.
Sounds like
Plane. There was a bloody plane.
It's not me.
taking
It's
off.
definitely not me.
No, it's from me. The snow plowers are out there.
Oh,
plowing
the snow
snow.
plows. Oh, shit, man. Wow. Go on, Nuruddin. You take it away. Well, it's your fault.
Yeah, I mean, for me, watching the game, being live at the stadium, I thought Dorgu was the energy that he provided, the connection that he had. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know. I'm going to chat.
Oh, no.
Let's do it. Let's do the match Let's do the match scores, all of them. So let's rank the players, okay?
Yeah.
Right? Let's go. So today's Lamens. I think Lamens was the biggest pass. It was the biggest. He could have sat next to me today.
Yeah.
Zeddy Lamens could have been sitting next to me watching the game. I'm gonna give him a 7 because there was 1 or 2 saves that he made, and his distribution of the ball was really good. He didn't panic, so I'm giving him a 7 for that because City put on a high press and he kept the ball ticking. 7. What are you giving him, Jarvis?
Yeah, I agree. 7 is a good rating on Lamens.
I give him a 6 because I don't think he really had anything to do, to tell you the truth.
Okay, go ahead.
Go
Go ahead, Eski.
Yeah, 7.
7, yeah, 7. I'm in a good mood.
Sean, how much you giving Lanny Salmons?
Lennis Lamens?
Semi-Lamens, yeah.
Out of 10, yeah. Out of 10.
7 for a clean sheet, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, right. How are you giving Diego Dalot? I'm giving him a 7 today, even though he's the worst player. That's how I haven't got any agenda. I think he's dreadful, but today he showed aggression and he wasn't walking around being dozy. So I'm giving him a 7 because for the first time in 2 seasons, last season and this season, today was the first game I saw, other than the first 15 minutes where he looked a bit shaky, I saw him not walk around. And for that, and he gets a 7 from me. That's what it shows you. I got no agenda. I call it as I see it. How much does he get?
Yeah, I'll give him a 7 as well, Nuruddin. I just think he's too erratic concentration-wise, but I'll give him that. I actually thought he was going to get sent off, Nuruddin. I thought that's it, he's off.
I don't
But,
think
he
that was a red
redeemed
card. I
himself.
think there was a yellow. I genuinely think people are reacting. Irfan, if he would have smashed him like that, would have been different.
But Nuruddin,
went like
it
that.
was on the shin, though. It was on it.
Yeah,
it was
but
on it.
Irfan,
He pulls back
went
though.
like that.
He pulls back
went
though.
like that instead of doing
Yeah,
that.
but
he
they're
went like
giving.
that.
You know they're giving.
Nah,
you know
listen,
they're giving.
no, there's
It's a derby, man.
It's a derby. Those things go on. Go ahead.
I think,
what are you giving him? What are you giving Diego?
The low, I'm 7. On another day, I'll be harsh in it, but I'm in a good mood in it. 7.
No, I actually think the level of aggression he showed today was really good.
Second half was much better in the first half. No, but in the first half, he was a massive liability. Where if anyone could have come off to try and change the game, it would have had to been him. Like he was doing some bozo moments in the first half. Second half, like I said, he did turn it around, and then he started playing better once we went 2-0 up. So I am going to give him a 7, but honestly, on another day, I wouldn't have. But yeah.
He cleared one off the line as well, so he gets a 7 from me today.
That's his job. That's his job.
No, that was it.
Guys, that's a red, man. That's a red. Let's be
No,
honest,
that
that's
looks
a
bad
red.
but pictures of anything looks bad though.
It's slow motion. Everything looks horrendous.
Yeah, it looks worse.
No. Look, you can
motion
literally
does
see
horrendous.
the knee flex on the other direction. That's a
No,
red.
but it was the scratch
Look,
though. It didn't.
It was
wasn't like
he
that.
walked.
It was a scratch.
Doku played the whole game, no, pretty much. Yeah, he played another hour.
We are here
Yeah.
saying this because you walk, but the reality.
no,
Bro,
honestly,
Harry Maguire's leg looked worse than
Take it
his.
off now, Jarvis. Take it off. Let's go carry on. Okay,
Yeah.
Jarvis, what does he get from you?
Nah, Dallo 6 for me. I think his game was average minus.
But
but
I
this
don't
is
think
Dallo.
Do you think today he was sleepy as he usually is, costing us goals? I didn't see that today. That's why I'm giving him a 7.
No, he was concentrated defensively, and I think his work rate is a little bit underrated. But again, we saw it. We had counter-attacking opportunity. Him and
then he gave the
Ahmad.
ball away. That the whole
two against
stadium,
one. Yeah.
Jarvis, the whole stadium went berserk. I swear to God, the whole stadium went berserk when he played the ball out, just giving a tap in at 5 yards to Ahmad. Right, Harry Maguire, he gets 8 from me today because he played on with a massive gash on his knee, and Haaland was silenced. There was one moment in the game where it was 1-on-1, Haaland and Maguire. Maguire bought him the ball, everything down, and injured himself, but he carried on, so he gets an 8 from me. He's not played. He's been injured for 3 months.
He got he got Haaland's back leg in his balls. That's what he got. Yeah, that's what I saw. That
Go on, 8 from me. Go ahead, Efan. What are you giving it?
Yeah, he definitely gets 8 from me.
7.5 or 8.
Yeah, I give it 8. I'm actually going to give it for heart. I'm going to give it 8.5. I'm going to give it actually the highest score I've ever given him. I'm going to give it 8.5.
Go ahead, Sean. What are you giving him? Oh, Lesto joined us. Lesto, what are you giving Maguire?
Hey, what's up?
I think everyone is
we're shameless, man. Me and Efan are in Manchester. All our City fan friends, none of them are answering their phones. They're all gone missing. I've knocked on a couple of doors.
Complete silence.
Everybody was running to their car today, running away from me when I came back from the game. I went out food shopping. Everybody's getting in their car quickly. I've got to go.
For the first time in a very long time.
All of them. Yeah. All of them. So he gets 8 from me. But I'll get your match reaction in a minute after this player ratings. Go ahead, Eski. What are you giving Maguire?
Do you know what? It's because just after that injury he got and their free kick, he actually heads the ball out for our counter-attack. So I'm going to give him an 8.5 for that.
Actually. Yeah, he set up the counter-attack goal. It was his head.
He does, 8.5, 8.5.
Yeah, 8.
Okay. Lisandro Martinez, for me, 8.5. He got mocked.
Yeah.
Today, watch the game again. He smashed I counted 5 City players today. He smashed them on the ball. He smashed 5 like a proper captain would. Like, honestly, Roy Keane mode, he smashed 5 City players I counted. I was like, there's 1, there's 2, 3. He smashed them. He smashed Foden. Foden didn't come back the second half. Go ahead. I'm giving it 8.5. I'm giving Lisandro Martinez.
I'm giving it 8.5 as well. I mean, like I said,
I agree.
He is my favorite in terms of heart. He's my favorite player. I've just been a bit down because he's been off form.
He's come back from you know how hard it is to come back.
Yeah, he has. He's not been the same guy since the injury as he was last year. Yeah, at the start of last year, he wasn't. But this was the Leacher that I love. This is the one that I thought this guy should be captain in some ways. This guy, and then he gave you a very good interview on Sky as well with and I was very impressed. I said, please stay at this level. Please give me this every game if you can. So I'm giving it 8.5 as well.
How much are you giving him, Luani?
8.
Okay. Luke Shaw. Jarvis, what are you giving him?
Hang on, Jarvis, you got to give us Lisandro's score, yeah?
No, I said 8.5. But Luke Shaw, I'll give him a 7. 7. I like the tackle he had on Haaland, the high knee. You know, he comes in aggressively sometimes. So on the edge.
I must have looked at, because I make notes on my phone when I'm at the game just to remember things, yeah? Because I've got ADHD. And at the 30-something minute, he was limping. But I was like, uh-oh. Because he can't do the up and down. He can't do the up and down anymore. And I was like, oh, here he goes. He's going to get off. But to be fair, he played till about the 80-something minute before he got taken off. So for that, he gets a 7.8, 7.5 from me.
7 for me. 7 for me, Nerd. It was a solid game. Solid.
I'll give him an 8 because the whole defensive unit gets 8 for me, except for Dalot, because obviously he's the only one that stood up for having a bit of a bad game. So he gets an 8.
All right. What you giving? Let's see what you giving Luke Shaw.
I give him an 8 today.
Okay. Okay.
Casemiro,
8.5 for me. Show that when you get people closer to him, when you close the gaps, Casemiro is one of the best ball winners in the world. But when he's 10 yards of space, he'll get murdered. He's got no legs to recover.
Yeah,
but
true.
When you get people around him, he's the best ball winner. The amount of balls he won today. There was one tackle. I don't see on Foden, or was it? Oh, who was it?
Haaland. The one on Haaland.
Silva. It was Bernardo Silva where he slid and flicked the ball. Perfect timing of a tackle. I think it's Bernardo Silva, and he was about to go. He literally slid, flicked the ball with his right foot, bam, into the Kobe's foot, and we went away. But yeah, he gets 8.5 for me today. Go ahead.
Yeah, 8.5. Yeah.
Casemiro?
Yeah, I think it was brilliant today. One of his best games I ever seen from Casemiro. So yeah, 8.
At 65 minutes, I don't know if you could see it on TV, but at the stadium, because the camera follows the ball. At 65 minutes, he's like this. And then 5 more minutes he played, and then he got taken off. But go ahead, Luani, what are you giving him?
Yeah, Casemiro get the 8.5, same as Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe Mainoo's not played for almost 18 months. He's not had a regular run, whether it's injuries, whether coaches didn't fancy him. He came back into a big pressured game today. I thought he was magnificent. He was magnificent. He gets a 9 from me today. 9. Because because today it wasn't the Kobe that's technical, creating and skipping past people and having good close control. Kobe had to do a different job. The job that he did on Foden in the first half, you've got to go and watch it. That he gets a 9 from me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm giving it. He's my. When I think about Mo, he's my 9. I'm going to give him a 9 as well. I just watching this guy today. He's so young. Like I said, still looks like a young boy to me. But watching this guy just handle these physically strong, fast players and technically gifted players like City. Watching them, I thought, wow, we made a very special talent with this guy. I hope he stays. I hope he has good people around him. But we just don't have anybody like. We got no one like this guy. No one even close to this guy. That's what I got to give a 9 to that. Very unique footballer.
Okay, Eski, what are you giving him?
Kobe Mania, I'm going to give him a 10 just because all the United fans that wanted to try and chat shit. Because all the United fans that wanted to chat shit and say, oh, maybe he's not good enough. Or Amarim sees him day in, day out in training and this, that, and the third. Shut up, you don't know football. Big Steve saying it because he's a rival fan. If you listen to him, then you're just a mug. 10.
Fair enough.
Sorry, Luani.
Yes, the thing is, I gave him 8.5. The thing that struck me on the video that we showed earlier with him skipping past Semenyo is not the fact that he skipped past Semenyo. It's the fact that he took the ball from a congested area and brought it to a non-congested area. That's football. That's why midfield play 1-on-1.
Okay. Jarvis, what are you giving?
Yeah, 9.5. Wow. I think he was the man of the match for me.
Come on now.
It was incredible
today. It was absolutely special performance.
He was
brilliant.
Okay,
staying with you, Bruno. To me, he gets 8.5 for me today.
No, I think he deserves more.
And number 10, I thought he was great at number 10. I said it, and I said the only way we're going to win this game if he plays in the false 9. And him and Mbeumo will interchange into play in the false 9. I said you keep him away from the midfield. The only reason why I'm not giving him a 9, everybody, is that in the first half, there were times where he could have calmed down, just play the ball over the top in time, and he didn't. He whacked it too early, and people were offside, and that's the only thing why he gets it. That's why I'm taking. I would have given him that. I'm giving him an 8.5 because at times, even the way City were pressing such a high line, I thought he could have slowed it down. He could have used his brain, slow it down, and play the extra pass. That's the reason why I'm doing it. Watch the game again if you don't believe.
Yeah, but
I only see it when I see it.
He wasn't as erratic as he can be. He wasn't doing too many Hollywood passes. He wasn't those crazy. There weren't as many as he normally does.
Irfan, watch the first half of the game. At the first half, in the parts of the game, he was I'm just like, what are we doing here? Calmness. He did create a couple of chances. In the second half, he got way better. He was a lot calmer in the second half, and you can tell the coaching staff saying to him, listen, just calm down. Even at times, Ahmad was telling him, don't rush it. Play the extra pass. But in the first half, a couple of times he whacked it, and I was just like, what are we doing here? But that's why he gets. So go on, Jarvis.
I'm giving it 8.5, Nerd. 8.5.
Okay, yeah, but for me, when it comes to Bruno, I have to say it baffles me sometimes because I think he is probably top 3 in the world playing the creative output in a counter-attacking team. You've seen it, so we have something extra in this Man United team, and to be fair, Bruno is our only world-class player, if you can say, in this type of system. Not as an 8, not
In
as
statistics, Jarvis. In
as
statistics,
a
yeah.
10
In
in a
statistics, yeah.
counter-attacking system. So I think we should use more of it. And today, I don't know if you remember when he played Ahmad through and Ahmad hit the post. Ahmad miscalculated his run. He curved it too much. The pass was perfect. He had a perfect pass to Mbeumo, and when Mbeumo let it go to Dorgu, the outside of the foot, and on the goal, the counter-attacking goal, the old goal that reminds us of the time on the Ronaldo, Tevez, Rooney, all of these guys. When everybody we were going 4 against 3, Bruno opens up his body, points against Ahmad, disguises his pass to Mbeumo, and he finishes it perfectly. But it comes because he opens up his body. He tricks the 2 Manchester City defenders because they are going in the direction of Mbeumo, but they stall for just half a second, and it opens up the space for Mbeumo to go against goal. So again, it's the small details for me. When Bruno today he was brilliant, so I'll give him a 9.
Okay,
I'll give him a 7 because I'm biased. I'll admit that. But when it comes to Bruno, I don't rate
Where's
him
Ben,
that
by
much.
the way?
I think we can. I think we can do better in the 10. But talking about certain situation in the game where he killed our counter attack many times by choosing the most difficult of the passes. For example, there was a situation where Ahmad was open in space and he chose the difficult pass to pass it to Mbeumo over the top, who already have 2 defenders on him. Now, the issue we have now is that we're going to play Arsenal next time, and our next game against Arsenal have not been able to be matched in the league with the press that they bring. It's not their quality, it's their press. You see that situation today where you have Jerky in the middle and we're playing Rondo around him. He's looking like a deer in the headlight. You're not going to have that with Arsenal. They're going to bring the press to us. They're going to target. They have the physicality to target our main players with the press. So look to Kobe Mino not to have such an open game like he has today. But what will Bruno give us in that case? Because if you give the ball back to people who are pressing us a bit too much, we risk losing the initiative of the game. Those are the fine margin is where I'm looking at. We need somebody secure on the ball. We need somebody with less risk taking. And I hope one day we move past him. For now, it's okay. But we're going to have to move past him.
Okay. Luwani's acting on behalf of Ben. SD, what are you giving him?
Bruno, 9, man.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. What are we giving?
Ahmad.
Ahmad. For me, Ahmad gets 8.5 today. I thought that he was very unlucky, the one against the bar. What I loved about him was intensity to press. What he did to that Rio Riley, that kid that came on the left back, he absolutely, Rio Riley tried to turn away from him. Rio Riley's a midfielder, really. He's a midfielder who's playing left back, right?
Mm-hmm.
He turns him again. Ahmad, so much tenacity, doesn't give up, gets the ball away from him, runs, gets him a yellow card straight away. And then Riley, that kid, couldn't make challenges. You have to let Ahmad have the ball for the next how many minutes of the game, because he couldn't make those challenges, because he realized, shit, if I get it, I'm gonna get sent off. So for that tenacity, getting that fullback booked straight away as soon as he come on was brilliant. So he gets that from me, 8.5.
Yeah, Nuruddin, yeah. I got to give it to you, right?
Agreed.
I mean, he's one of our.
He's the life wire. He's the life wire, man.
He's a live wire. He brings so much in that low center of gravity. Incredible football again. I just hope. I mean, I was really hoping that goal was going to go in. I mean, the drive to push and push and push, and then hit the bar was so unlucky. I wanted him to score because I watched Afcon as well. I've been hoping for this guy. I just want this guy to score more, have more luck. I want him to be like one of the main stars of the team, to score more. And it's the goals people remember. People don't remember effort so much. They want the goals. And I just love this guy. I think he's such not another like Kobe, super special football in my opinion. So I'm going to give him 8.5.
Esky, what are you giving him? Kobe.
Kobe.
No, Ahmad.
Oh, but I was going to say, I'm at 9 because look, you just come back from AFCON. He's probably the best player in the tournament after all that heartbreak. Come back here having like next manager. You got to give him like a 9.5, man. Smash it today. Unlucky not to score, like you said. 9.5.
Jarvis, what are you giving Ahmad?
Yeah, same 8.5. I think it was brilliant.
Yeah, I'll give him 8, just because he's. I think he's a live wire, like you guys said. But the only thing I hope he works on is his final his ability to score goals, because he does everything right, and then he seems to put his foot through the ball when it's time to go to do some finesse. If you can work a little bit on calming down before that last action or that last touch, I think we'll score a lot more goal for us.
Mbeumo. I'm giving Mbeumo. You know what? I'm going to explain why I'm giving Mbeumo a 7, even though he scored the goal. Because I expect that from him, because that's what we bought him for. We bought him to finish when the pass is that good, right on his path. He doesn't have to take a touch. He's on the angle, he's on his left foot, and he can just pick the corner. But in the first half, if you don't remember, in the first parts, 20 minutes of the game, Manchester United got a couple of opportunities where it was like 50-50 between him and Donnarumma, and he jumped out of the way. Twice he did it. Twice he was through on goal, and Donnarumma got there before him because he wasn't brave enough. And for that, in a fucking derby, mate, I need you to break your fucking head, break your nose, mate. You need to get in there. You need to put some damage on that goalkeeper. You need to get in there. You need to make sure. And that's why he's getting a 7 for me, because it's a fucking derby, Bryan. This is the Manchester fucking derby. It's blood fucking thunder, mate. You need to know where the fuck you are. The goal is God. I expect that from him. But in Mbeumo, for me, he gets a 7 from me. He gets the lowest from me. Lowest. And the same thing I gave Diego Dalot. Because twice in that first half, the ball is through and Donnarumma's quicker than him. What the fuck are we doing here? Go ahead. Tell me what you guys think.
I'm going to give him an 8, Nuruddin. I mean, I haven't seen the play that I saw for Bournemouth. I haven't seen that guy yet. But he is a special talent. That's what I mean. He to me, I do expect more from the guy. And in those little 50-50 challenges you say, it just hasn't shown me that deadliness and that sharpness. He has shown it in moments, but I expect it every game from this guy. So I'm going to take him down a little bit, but he's still the quality. The first touch to still score a goal when you hit the side of the net, Nuruddin. When you scoot one first touch, bang in there, you know. I still rate the guy's talent, but like I said, I do expect more. So I'm going to only give him an 8.
What are you giving him, Esky?
Esky?
Yeah, okay. Well, for me, I agree with Nuruddin. I agree with Nuruddin what he says, because I think you need to be able to put your body on the line sometimes, and especially in a derby. So yeah, I saw that. It's a little bit too
but Jarvis,
nice.
is he that kind of player? Is he?
Yeah, but
is he a guy that's going to get blooded?
I had the same issues with, for example, a player like Jadon Sancho. He didn't put his body on the line sometimes. No, I agree with what you're saying, but he scored a goal. I think it was brilliant defensively. He has the defensive awareness. He even tracked back, operated as a right fullback sometimes, and as a number 9, he's no luxury player, but he needs to be a little bit tougher. It's a mentality thing, and so he can improve. But 7.5 for me, he scored a goal, and he was good today.
Okay.
I'll give him.
What did you give him? Esky, what did you give him, Esky?
Esky might not be there. Go on, Luwani.
I'll give him an 8 because he's playing in a makeshift position. That is now he's not a split striker position with 2 strikers like he used to play at Brentford. but he's playing as a lone striker, and he had the clinical edge. That's one thing he brought us, regardless of his movement. When the ball get into a position that we need him to score, he scores and take the pressure off the team. So I'll give him a need for that. We can keep using it that way until our strikers can find their mark.
Yeah, man. I give him an 8 as well.
Okay. Who else?
Dorgu.
Dorgu. For me, I think that was his best game in a Manchester United shirt by an absolute mile. He gets the same for me as he gets the same as Kobe. I couldn't pick between him and Kobe man of the match. I think Kobe maybe shades it because Kobe, what he did off the ball. But I think Dorgu today, the goal that he scored, and Saeed explained before for the audience, Saeed was here and he said, he spoke to a Lecce fan when we bought him from Lecce, and Saeed, the Lecce fan, said to him, listen, he is more better going forward. And today, the amount of fouls he could have had, the amount of times City fouled him, City players were taking intense to hack him, and that fucking disgraceful referee did not give him anything. And he still carried on and got his goal, tells me everything. He's got such an incredible running power. He's got so much in his legs. And that, in a game like that, that's what you need. Now, his coach ranked Saeed today. I know his coach. Saeed, we know his coach, yeah, who does is a guy who does he does one-to-one sessions with a lot of professional footballers. And he's been working really hard with Dorgu, and looks like he's paying off. So for that, he gets a 9.5 from me because I didn't think he could do what he did today. The power, the defensive work, Jarvis, coming back and actually helping out, tucking in the midfield. When we didn't have the ball, Dorgu's tucking in, helping out, and actually sometimes tripling up on tripling up on Semenyo. So Semenyo, when he can go in on the outside, when he come inside, he was coming into traffic with Dorgu and Kobe and Casemiro and these guys. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was fucking brilliant. So for me, his best game in a Manchester United shirt, took the goal fantastically. The run he makes across the defender we're talking about the last minutes of a game. I mean, the last 10 minutes or half an hour.
20, that's 12, 15,
last
20
minutes. And he's still running, and he was still running in the last second of the game. He was still running. So for me, for that, he gets a 9.5. The best performance in the United shirt. And to do it in a fucking derby. And now, I think in his last 6 games, he's got 2 goals, 2 assists, and we didn't expect that from him. So,
I think of the volley, the assist for Sesko, crazy little assist for Sesko, and now this one here, because I did not expect him to score a goal today. I just like, wow, look where he is. So he gets a 9 for me, definitely 9. You know, and he's still young. Remember, he's still young. So 9 for this guy. And like I said, the running power is insane for this guy. He's got an incredible engine. Physicality is exceptional for this guy. I know he's going to get better because I still see him as quite a raw player. Yeah, he's going to a couple of years to get super smart and develop him better. But 9 definitely.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to Dorgu, I can't wrap my mind around. Have you ever had a player like that with that kind of physicality at Man United? Maybe Valencia. I don't know. But,
yeah, he's got a little bit of Valencia about him, who was a machine on the right, physically amazing specimen. Yeah, so these are good. Kanchelskis as well was also incredible specimen, fast, super fast, very strong, is thick-legged, can run like crazy slow. But I know what you're saying. He looks like
he's 20. He's the youngest though. He's really young. Valencia came as a grown man in his mid-20s.
Yeah,
he is young. He is 20 years old. You know, he's really young.
He's like a heavy sprinter. He's like a sprinter nerd. He's like a sprinter. Yeah.
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 Big up to King Sol. Big up to King Sol for rallying the troops. Big up King Sol. I appreciate you always.
I'll give him an 8.5. He's a very intense player. He uses his physicality very well. Today he's still playing in a makeshift position. That is not his naturally. But I still think when you are when you are a winger in the Premier League, you need to be a little bit more versatile, because right now we're using his physicality, but if we come across a low block, that space will not exist for him to run into. So you come a point where I like my wingers to be versatile in terms of being able, like Sean Lacey, for example, you should be able to calm the game down when you get to the final third, so your decision making can be better, or you should have more arsenal rather than just striking the ball very well. You can just cut in and put in that curler that can put the ball out of reach of the goalkeeper. So eventually, I hope we're able to put him in his natural position, which is a left back, and then upgrade on in that area of the pitch to a more versatile winger.
Who came on? Heaven came on for Luke Shaw. He gets a 6.5 for me. He's part of a winning team, finished it. Cunha, we forgot about Cunha. Cunha gets 8 from me. To come off the bench, not to sulk. He could have been sulking, being left out. He came on and he was like, you know what, Michael Carrick, I'm going to give you a headache. Came on straight away and set up a goal. And then he was robbed of another assist because I don't give a damn. That goal, third goal, was not offside. I've got it here on my phone. I've had to screenshot it. I've got it here on my phone. It is not. I'm gonna have to show you. Let me send that photo. Let me send that photo here so I can show people. Because for me, that is not. It's absolutely not offside, and I'm gonna prove to you why it's not offside. So here, look. Let me just show you this. Let me show you this. Honestly, it really pissed me off because Cunha could have been one of the first players in the United shit in a long time to come off the bench and get 2 assists. That's what he could have been. He got robbed. He got absolutely robbed. But he gets the 8 from me because he could have sulked. He could have been like, oh, I don't know about this. But here I'm going to show it. I'm going to show you why it was not offside. Let me show you why it was not offside. Let me show you why it was not offside.
I agree, Nuruddin. I do expect a lot from Cunha as well.
Look, guys. That's not offside.
Yeah, that's
not offside. That's not offside. I don't care what anybody tells me. That's not offside. Look here. Look here. He is still behind Ake. When the ball leaves Ahmad's feet, he's still behind Ake. How's that offside? How is that offside?
And as the ball
How
left,
is that offside?
Has the ball left Ahmad's foot?
Yes. I've had to take a screenshot.
Tough one. Tough one, Nuruddin.
That's a tough one.
But you're talking about but Nuruddin, you talk about icing on the cake. You're talking about lovely rich cake.
Half of Aki's body is still ahead of Cunha. Half of his body is.
Yeah, we still need to see it across from the other side. That's probably the angle that will tell.
You can see the line here. Look, you can see these lines here. Yeah, look at his leg. He is just about to step, and whole of his body and that knee is playing him on. His knee, that leg's playing him on. The knee, the left arm of Ake, all of that's playing him on. And fucking fucking robbed us. Apparently, they didn't they didn't draw the lines. They just was like, oh, it's offside. They didn't even draw the lines. Yeah. Fucking thickest.
Well, Nuruddin, I'm going to give him an 8. Like I said, I don't think he's been a good form. I think he's been too wasteful. I don't think he's been doing enough.
No, but I don't know if I was judging him on today's game.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm explaining. Why
that cameo for the last 20 minutes.
No, there wasn't.
Set up the goal and to set up that
the assist for the Dorgu goal was exceptional. He had no right to get that crossing. He had no right because look how he ran around him. That was desire to get that. So I want that from the guy every week. So he definitely gets. In fact, he gets the 8.5 from me. That was a very top class cameo. It was. But I think he's a high level footballer. I think he is. It just needs. I want more results from the guy.
Well, yeah, there you go, people. We've covered everything. We've covered everything to go cover. Let me just see who they voted man of the match for on the channel. I forgot to put Dorgu's name on there. I put Martinez in there because I thought he was superb today. But yeah, with 35%, we were saying he was Bruno's man of the match. Fair enough. I just think that me personally, Kobe Mainoo and Dorgu were the 2 best players. Casemiro third. Watch the game again. You might be able to see it different. But football is it's in the eye of the beholder. They got windy. Remember when Raheem Sterling said when they had to play United, they didn't stress about the game. Yeah. Well, yeah, they didn't stress about it. Yeah. well, they're stressing now. Listen, Windy, I've not seen any of them. I swear to God, 3 of them got in their cars quickly. I've got to go. I'm in a rush. Yeah. See you later, man. And then I knocked on a couple of doors. None of them answered. Just like their attackers, all City fans around me went missing today. Just like their attackers. Just like all the attackers. And I can say to them, it could have been 5. It could have been 6. It could have been 5. You cheating bastards. Could have been 5. That's what I got to say for them. But people, big up, love, light. What else am I going to say? I've lost my voice. I'm not being
Noradin, before we wrap up, sorry for interrupting you, but I know we are going to wrap up. But I want to do one last question around the panel because this is something I'm trying to figure out. Because my question to you guys, Luani and Irfan and all of you, is how can Carrick make sure that the players stay grounded after today's performance and refocus before the Arsenal game? Because we know with these guys, they get carried away. What buttons do we have to press to reset these type of performances?
I'll answer quickly. Get the game against West Brom, Jose Mourinho. Get the game against so many other games where we've beaten a big team and then we go to another team and then we get beaten. So bring all of those tapes, show them those tapes, who say, look, this is what you do. This is how you lapse. This is how you're mentally weak. We're not going to be that mentally weak. So he has to do the mental work with them. That's my quick answer.
I think it's a tough one, Nuruddin, because I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I do think this is one of the most difficult things for the new coach, new backroom, everyone to get together, because I haven't seen that yet. But I am optimistic, but I do think it's the most difficult thing. But more importantly, I want to give the players a chance to succeed by making the right setup, the correct setup. And like I said, this one worked for Carrick because Carrick understands Fergie's football and how he played, etc. So this one, in terms of, if I look at Carrick, which we didn't even judge him, Nuruddin, we didn't give him a call, we didn't put him in thing. You're muted, Nuruddin.
How much we give Carrick? Sorry,
we didn't talk about Carrick. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we missed the most important
what score
one.
we give Carrick? Go ahead, Irfan. What do you give him?
You got to give him a 10. How can you not give him a 10 for that? There's no other score. He's a 10. Not everything went right. Nuruddin, he took Mbeumo off, Dorgu on, bang, straight away. He scored straight away. He assist straight away. Everything worked from even when he brought Mount on, he almost scored straight away. Everything went for everything. He outmaneuvered Pep in every part of that game. It's a 10. So I can't really get anything less.
Yeah, I'll give him a 10. At the same time, try to answer Jarvis' question. I think that the best thing Carrick can do to keep this team grounded is, number one, he needs to set them up properly, which include picking the right team in the right setup and playing to the strength of his players. And number two, he needs to establish a culture that's based on meritocracy. That's based on performance-based meritocracy, so that even the French players know that if they give their all, they give their best, they have a chance to start a game. When you do that, you get the best out of the players. They will respond in an you get the optimum out of them. I think that will work.
Yeah. How to say? I remember an old Alex Ferguson story. After, I don't remember it correctly, but I think he won the FA Cup, the Scottish FA Cup final or something with Aberdeen, with the League Cup final with Aberdeen, and afterwards he had an interview and he was so angry. They just won the cup. He was fuming. He was saying, these players, it's an embarrassment. They think they think they have achieved something. It's a fucking disgrace. He was fuming after they won the cup final. So I think Ferguson was a master of actually doing this. Resetting the players' mind and keeping them sharp, staying focused. So I hope that Carrick have learned a thing or two from his old master, to say it like that.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember that story.
Well,
Nuruddin.
what's Nuruddin's answer? What's your answer to this question? Jarvis's question.
Like I said, you got to show the amount of times this team has won a big game and dropped points the next game. He's got to show them that. He's got to show them that. And majority of the week, he has to focus on that. He has to focus on the mentality. The mentality being the most important.
But don't you think it's harder with, like, I can understand Arteta doing it with his players because they're really going for a title. They've been going for 5 years. What are these players playing for? What do you think Carrick told them they're playing for?
Well, at this moment in time, he's just saying, and he said it as well. He said it, to be fair, big up to him in a presser afterwards. He said, "We're not getting carried away. We're going to celebrate today because it's a derby and we won, but we're not gonna over celebrate. You know, it's back to where we are. It's back to square one. It's another game, and there's many more games to come. So for me, I will show them the games, Jarvis, against Everton. Show them the games they drew, the games they threw away, all of those games. The bomb. I will show them all those games and go, what could we have done better here? What is going on here? Yes, I agree with Luani. I think you need, as a coach, it's your responsibility to set up the team right. I don't care if you're playing top of the league or bottom of the league, or you're playing in Division 3. You know, whether you're playing against a Division 3 team. It doesn't matter. You've got to set the team right. You've got to play. And one thing he did say, he talked about this week, he said, I'm going to play to the player's strengths. And that means counter-attacking football to some extent. That we're going to be devastated on the counter. Apparently, that goal from the Maguire header till the ball went in is 10 seconds. That is unbelievable.
Yeah,
that was unbelievable. So at the end of the day, he's got to get into these players mentality-wise, because I think Jarvis is the mentality is the biggest problem. Yeah, because they relax mentally. And Fergie was the master of psychology. That's why I always said Fergie was the best sports psychologist in the history of football or even sport. The best. Because he can get under people's skin and get them to understand and go, okay, I'm going to prove you fucking wrong.
The thing I also believe is that each player have his own quality. And some of those players know how good they are. The issue with some coaches that when they come in, they establish a system that suppresses that quality. It should never be the case. Football is a dynamic game. The system should always be the platform on which the players can express their quality. If you can give them that, they will believe in anything you're trying to sell them. And they will fight for you. So,
okay, Jarvis, what do you think he has to do? Answer your own question.
No, I think it's complicated, but you know, as you said, you have to show them footage, and I would analyze this game to death. You know, I would go in and find every mistake they did and actually show them where they can improve, because you have to focus on the performance and not on the result. You know, they can sit there and be happy about winning. Yeah, that's well and fine, but it's all about the performance, and there are so many things we can improve. You know, it's about timing, it's the release of the pass, it's about how you curve you run, and all of this. You know, there's all those details, and you just get them refocused on the details, because you got to remember these are top athletes. You know, they have worked their entire life to achieve this, and that's how you refocus them. You focus on the details and the performance, and try to forget about the result.
And I think also changing the teams for the different games, because this team we play today, we can't play this every game.
I mean, Nuruddin, you know,
to the way we play in attack, the way we create. And you keep everybody together, you keep everybody on their toes, so that players you leave out in the end of the games against Fulham or whatever the other games, then they think, shit, I want to be in that game, I want to play. So people start fighting for their position. But I genuinely do think Manchester United need a midfielder that can help, because Casemiro gets shattered after 55 minutes. We need a winger, and I still believe Manchester United need a center. We can get 2 loans and buy 1 player in this window.
I think we need a striker as well. I think we need another striker. I think we do as well. I think.
Well, Xerxes injured, by the way. That's why Xerxes was not on the bench today. He was injured.
I think that what you're talking about, that the thing Jarvis is talking about, I think that's probably the final few percentage points of the whole thing in any sport is that thing where you won, you had a very significant victory as the underdog, but your coach is picking holes, saying no, you guys think it was great, but trust me, I saw this and this and this. But that mindset is the difference between the crazy desire of winners and coasters. And the winners only come around once a generation. They don't come around very often. They come around maybe every decade, every 8-9 years. You don't get them. So that is how sport generally works. You just have these people who go to sleep, who eat, do everything, win. I'm a winner. I don't care about anything. I'm a winner. And Ferguson was the master at creating players who want to be winners. Because when you talk about great, so I don't know whether Carrick's got that in him. I don't know if he can do play, but I hope he understands that's what he needs to do. I hope he does.
That's a good point. Just to say something like that, you see, in the case of Sir Alex Ferguson, he was the Don, and he was dealing with a crop of young players that he brought in himself. So with those kind of players, you can talk to them that way. But when you look at our current squad, you have a lot of experienced players that have played under great managers, and Carrick, being a young manager, still to make his mark in the game. You have to be careful with that kind of dynamic so that you don't make the older players, the experienced one, feel alienated or patronize them. So it's a fine line that you need to navigate there.
Listen, there's the Man City fan who's brave enough to show his face tonight. Yeah, look at him. Guys, it's only one game. You'll soon enough we got boxed of teams like Brentford. Enjoy the window. Listen, bravery. Big up to your bravery for coming along to you City fan. Yeah. Fan, I try to ring Johnny. No answer.
No answer. Of course not. And
No
Clive.
answer.
And Clive.
Clive. I've not tried to get hold of Clive.
Yeah, Clive.
But yeah, guys, we can be here all day and night. Manchester's red. I'm going to sleep pretty. You know what? And this Monday, I'm going to be able to speak to some City fans.
I think Match of the Day's on now, Nuruddin.
Yeah, I might watch it. I might reload it and watch it. But listen, big up to everybody. I want to big up everybody who jumped on tonight. Make sure you check out Sean. Make sure you check out, Eski, you don't see him anywhere else. Mumbai, you don't see him anywhere else. Make sure you go and follow Saeed and subscribe to Saeed's channel if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you follow Irfan Rainey on Insta and on X. Make sure you check out Manuel Luwani, 1979 on X. United Trucker. There's no less so. I don't know where you gone, bro, but big up to you. Appreciate you jumping on.
Big up,
sorry, we were too giddy for you. Yeah, big up to Ben wherever he is. I've sent him the stuff tonight.
All the people in the chat, Nuruddin, all the chat.
Yeah, big up to everybody in the chat. Big up everybody who's super chatting.
Legends.
I appreciate Khalis Ramadan Lassie. Make sure you check Khalis Ramadan Lassie out. He got all the quotes tonight. Big up to Khalis. Yeah, big up to Khalis. And big up to Dwayne Wayne. Big up all the mods and everybody else who commented. But please make sure you check out Jarvis Bowley77 on X, BOLE77. And make sure you check out the Tactical Devils. They did 2 shows today. They were live straight after the game, and they had a discussion about the game and stuff like that. And then they did a proper breakdown with tonight. So make sure you check it out and go and subscribe to that channel with clips and everything. So if you want more tactical, detailed, make sure you check it out. That channel should be on 5K, the amount of work that Jarvis and Stu and other contributors on that channel have put it in. So the least you can do, go over there and watch that video and subscribe. But yeah, big up to everybody. Manchester's red. All the City fans I know are all gone missing, just like their attackers. I'm still looking for. Let me have a look. Haaland, Durkee,
Foden. Where's Foden?
Foden, Reinders when he came in second half.
Rodri.
Semenyo.
Rodri.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Bernardo Silva. Rodri.
Oh, yeah.
Where were you? And I've only got one message. Franny Lee, Colin Bell, Noel Gallagher, Liam Gallagher, Nicky Weaver. You know what I mean? All these City Dons, all of these, Tashi Shanawatra, dodgy owner, who was a dictator, right? Murdering people in Thailand. Your boys took a hell of a beating today. And you know what? You were lucky to get out of Old Trafford, only 2. It could have been 5 or 6. We hit the bar, we hit the post, we have 3 goals disallowed. Shame on you. You are shameless City fans. You all walked out with 70 minutes gone. You all left. As soon as the second goal went in, they all ran out like little babies. So, ta-da! Seeing United, F up home. You're seeing United, F up home. That's how it is. That's how it is. So, yeah, I'm happy. To me, it means more when we beat them at Old Trafford in a derby. I was a kid that grew up on Manchester United smashing Man City at home all the time. In the last 10, 12 years, it's not been that great. They've had an incredible record at Old Trafford. So it was a memorable win. But I'm only taking this game today. On Monday, I'm looking forward to the next game. And I'm still on the necks of the Glazers and Ineos. So F them, F Barada, Wilcox and the rest. Free Palestine, free the Congo, free Sudan, free Yemen, free Haiti, free Venezuela, free Somaliland, free Syria, free Iraq, free anywhere where people are oppressed in this world, free Greenland from US imperialist colonizers, free everybody. Big up to all those people that protested for Greenland today. Big up, especially in Copenhagen. A couple of my friends were in that demo today in Copenhagen. Big up, love, light, solidarity and love, and free the people of the US, especially the people of Minnesota, from fascist regime of ICE. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck the imperialists. Fuck all the colonizers. Free the people. Free the lands. And win, lose or draw, F the Glazers, F Ineos, F Potato Barada, F Weetabix Wilcox. Take care, people. Good night. Peace, love, and light.
Good night, guys.
Good night, comrades. Big up, get in. Clive, answer your phone.